Hello.
Meow.
Alright, now this guy's just being a douche.
Gengars usually are. Woot.
Well, that was bad. Bad team. Wait. Oh, never mind. I was about to say, when did frickin' Kai ever get her short sword silvered?
Didn't.
Aha!
And Cinder has an axe, so everyone watch your hands.
Cinder, watch your hand.
She would
Guys,
immediately have it on Barrel's butt. What?
guys, don't worry. Malachite, he's gonna save us all as soon as he gets level 3 spells and can learn Fireball.
It's not an axe.
Fireball.
Cinder. It's an ono.
A what?
An ono.
It's an axe.
It's an ono.
Oh no.
It's called oh no because when you throw it and somebody's watching it fly towards their face, the last thing they say is oh no.
I mean, yes. Yes.
Otto, I did have a question.
Yeah.
Level 3 Warlock's Pack of Tome gets 3 cantrips. How
Mhm.
does getting Sacred Flame work from a Devil Pack?
We can discuss that. Maybe.
Well, it's sacred to somebody.
Well,
I don't
it's not
think that it
necessarily.
really fits with the warlock necessarily, but I don't. Let's put it this way: I don't know that I would let Cinder take it.
Well, just saying, it's not necessarily like it's like a wizard's spell book. It's that the spell is transcribed into the tome already. Not necessarily that it's granted, just like that the spell necessarily comes from their patron or deity. It's transcribed into the tome.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the thing about Sacred Flame though is like it's it,
Sacred.
like but here's the thing, like you don't have to be a good cleric to cast Sacred Flame. Evil clerics get the same access to Sacred Flame as good ones do.
It's not sacred because it's good. It's
Holy,
sacred
it's
because
sacred.
it's holy to the patron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, it's sacred to somebody.
Sacred, connected with God or gods, or dedicated to a religious purpose and so deserving veneration.
Exactly.
There you go.
All right, I think
If
we're
it
all
was
here.
called Holy Flame, it might be a little different.
Well, I mean, holy is basically the same thing. It doesn't
Or
necessarily
like
matter.
or like Flame of Goodness.
Yeah. Just flame.
Just Flame. Justice Flame.
Would it be cool if like there were just some spells you couldn't cast unless you were a certain alignment or you had certain
My
ideals?
my DM has done that to us.
Like you're not
Like-
allowed to cast Crown of Madness unless you believe in chaos.
Well, like you can, but like there are consequences. Basically, is what it boils down to.
Some
Did I
games
hear
do that,
wild
like
magic?
Heroes of, like the Jedi games. A lot of those you can only do certain powers if you're good or evil, or Heroes
Well,
of Might
that's-
and Magic have certain spells you can only do depending on your alignment.
Well, for Jedi, it's because there are certain things that the Jedi themselves restrict themselves from doing.
Actually,
Like-
there are some Jedi in at least the old expanded universe that would be able to use Force Lightning and other things.
Yeah,
it's just they're
it's some
cold.
it's a thing that the Force provides, but they gave themselves rules saying that it's not necessarily allowed. It was a rule that they made, not a rule of the universe.
Yeah, but a lot
the
of games
bigger
follow that rule. If you're a good Jedi, you can't use them. You can only if you're bad. Not all
Yeah,
games, but
it's
a lot of
a
them.
lot of it,
Yeah.
a lot of it's emotions.
But in D&D, it's not hard locked like that. Like, I mean, if you have access to the spell, you can cast the spell. What I'm saying is like my DM, like, for example, like my cleric is good aligned. My cleric is a light cleric. If I were to cast something like bestow curse, that would have consequences between me and my god.
My personal headcanon is that a lot of the time it's actually a different actual spell that just has the same effect in essence, depending on who's casting it and what the situation is. So, like, a cleric casting curse might be technically in the lore casting a different spell from like a witch casting curse or whatever.
It just depends on the DM, really. And some
Yeah.
like some DMs are like, it's in your spell list. Like who the fuck cares?
Mm.
I feel like that's kind of lazy,
Yeah.
but like I feel like there are better ways around that.
I
Like
feel
you
like
said, like giving them different flavor or like making it like a risk or reward kind of thing. Like that makes sense to me, but you know.
I feel like as
Guys,
long as it makes sense for the character, yes.
I've got an orange shake.
Oh, are we all ready?
Yeah, we're all
sitting
I'm
here.
ready.
We're sitting here chilling. I mean, I don't want to like stifle the discussion, but are we ready to go?
Yeah.
When you are.
I've been recording for
you,
about 6 minutes now, so yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're ready to go.
We need to save Kaiski's or Tanner's.
Yep.
I mean, according to her, yes.
That important
Um,
dental work, you can't lose that stuff. It straightens out your teeth.
Oh God. I mean, it sounds like she's more concerned about the fucking horse, if you go by what Sword says. But anyway. Yeah. So short recap. Last week you guys started off in the attic, still kind of getting over the fight you had with the Spectre. Um, you had a couple of party members who were acting a little bit strange, but it wasn't something that any of you really bothered to deal with until it became an issue down uh, in the
Catacombs.
basement
Catacombs.
area. Yeah, the catacombs, the crypt, whatever you want to call it. You did search the crypts. You found out that there was kind of a family tomb situation going on here. You saw names corresponding to the children and to the lord and lady of the house, and even one unfinished, what looked like was going to be another tomb, unfinished, that was named for the baby Walter. Um, it was there that Cinder had a bit of an encounter with some nasty centipedes. That was a little gross. But you dispatched them without too much issue. Um, you also did a little bit more exploring. You found some interesting things in the basement. There was a statue with what looked to be some skeletons of cultists sitting around it. There was like there was a noble figure holding an orb and a wolf standing beside him in the statue. You also found a secret set of stairs in that room that you did not go up. And at that point, the possessed Beryl and Paz really started to kind of go against what the party was wanting to do and pressing forward. Beryl was very intent on restoring the children's bones, or laying the children's bones to rest, essentially.
The party, I think it was mostly Kaisuke that was like, no, we must move forward.
I mean, Malachi did say we need to stick together too, and she wasn't listening to him either. So
Malachite was under the impression of, let's get this done and then we can
right,
fix things after we're done.
right. And so Beryl went upstairs to retrieve the skeletons of the children and laid them to rest, which effectively ended the possession on both her and Paz. And Kaisuke pressed forward on her own and fell into a spike trap. And then after that, that's cool. After that, Paz was going to try and play a little bit of a joke on her and found another nasty, creepy crawly, which you guys ended up fighting. And then you followed the sound of chanting further down into the dungeon area, which is where you are now. You did a little bit of investigating of it's
Hidey
a
holes.
reliquary is what it is. Yeah, little hidey holes that were holding some ritual objects that the cultists seem to have been using. You found some gross stuff.
Bat dung.
You found some useful stuff too. And you did hear chanting when you got on this floor that was going over and over again, saying, "He is the ancient, he is the land." You still hear that coming from the area south of you. There are two pathways in front of you that you can take, and obviously you can go back up the way you came. But that is where you find yourselves now.
Hmm.
All right. So, there's anything else in this room?
I mean, in terms of looking around, I mean, you've
yeah.
already looked around basically. In this
Yeah.
room, what you found is what you guys found last week.
And the 2 doorways that's marked blue.
Was there only 2
Yes.
doorways?
Yes,
Okay.
and he is correct. That is where they are.
I try to mark them when you point them out, because otherwise you can't really see them most of the time.
Yeah, I'm going to upgrade my account so that I can do the dynamic lighting. I just haven't yet, so
All right.
hopefully that will be in play.
Malachite's just gonna test the door here, see if it's locked.
Oh, it's not a door, it's like a hallway. It's
Oh,
still
okay.
kind of that strange darkness where you can't really see too far ahead of you. Which you can tell that there's not a wall there, there's space. So
All right, I'll head in first. Follow me. Let's make sure we stick together again. Head through this hallway.
okay, you do that. You don't get very far. You kind of start to it's kind of even smells damp in this hallway as you walk through it, and you're at the edge here of what appears to be water. You can tell that it gets a little bit deeper as you go in, and then in front of you what you can see is this rusted over iron portcullis. There is there's kind of like a one of those lever, like one of those wheel lever type things on the wall there that you imagine would operate the mechanism to go further in, but you can't really see what's beyond it. You just know that there's water in the floor here.
Can I see the other side?
Yeah, you can step back if you want to.
Yeah, let's look at
Do
this other
this.
side. All right. So there's a vault there, or there's another hallway down this direction. Which way do we
With a
want to go?
skeleton. Oh, how nice.
We don't know that. So we want to go down to this vault, or do we want to go down this hallway?
Vault?
Yeah, I'm saying vault. It's a large, locked metal doorway.
Then how would one propose we get through it?
It looks like there's a lever that can push everything out of the way, but I'm not too keen on getting locked behind it just yet. Let's see if there might be a way around, or if anything we need is somewhere else.
Let us try the way we can go first.
Gotcha. All right. Start walking down this way.
I'm anti-water, so I'm with you.
Yeah, it is a little bit damp down there. I mean, was he stepping in water?
I mean, he could have gone in further. It wasn't like water up to your knees or anything like that. It was like around his feet, basically.
No, but so it was like getting muddy.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
basically. You could kind of tell that it was probably coming from the other side of it.
Gotcha.
So as you walk into this area here, it becomes pretty obvious to you. I mean, you can keep walking. You're fine. It becomes pretty obvious to you that you are seeing some type of dungeon, some type of prison area. There's manacles hanging off of these cells to either side of you on the walls. Um, and it's very cold in here. There's a lot of dust all over the place. You can see a couple of scattered bones here and there, and yeah.
Can we try and can I remember what the what old what Walter's mom the Spectre mentioned about the dungeon?
Sure, make me. How will you do?
Insight or something?
I think it's an intelligence check to see if you remember. Just straight intelligence.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of recall. You weren't really the one that even spoke to her, so it's kind of like you're remembering what Cinder told you that she told Cinder. But basically, what she said was that um, the master and his cult did perform rituals in the basement. She didn't specify what kind of rituals. Um, so I mean, you don't know exactly what they were doing down here,
Well,
but
but Strahd did say what kind of rituals in his letter.
right. But I'm saying in terms of what she said, she didn't specify, what kind of things that the master was doing. Only that he spent, most of his time in the basement.
I'd like to look for anything trappish.
Sure. Make me an investigation check. Yeah, you look around and it doesn't seem. You don't see anything like. You don't see pressure plates or anything in the walls that might shoot out at you as you're going in. I mean, it seems to be. It seems to be just an area where they held people.
All right, I'll go further in until I get there and see the thing on the ground.
Yeah. You see. Looks to be a human skeleton, and it's chained up, but it's weird. It's wearing the same robe or the same type of robe as the skeletons that you saw upstairs. Um, so I mean,
In the room with the
when
statue.
with the statue, yes.
Okay.
So this you kind of can infer that this person was also a cult member.
And yet they were okay. Um, I suggest we don't touch the hymn.
So,
Yeah.
are these just walls here? Does this just end, or are these hallways?
Make an investigation check.
Can we all?
Yeah, if you're looking around, you can make an investigation or perception checks, whichever you'd like.
If we get our choice, I want to use perception.
That's fine. Yeah. Have you all rolled? Are you also rolling Paz? Check.
Did we lose Alex?
She said
No.
1 sec.
I'm here.
Are you though,
Are you really?
Shut up.
Alex?
Sweet. Okay. Yeah. So you guys kind of look around. You, Beryl, you and Paz kind of go search up along the walls. You know, trying to feel if you can see any passageways or anything. What you do manage to find is you are over on, let's see, this side of the dungeon. You find this wall here actually seems to sort of push away and opens up into the area next to it. So you have found a secret door here. Cinder, as you're looking around, you kind of walk past the skeleton that Malachite has said not to touch, and you don't touch it, but you kind of see this little glint of gold on the ground, and you actually see a golden ring, sort of near the hand of the skeleton on the ground.
Where's this secret wall passage thing?
Right there.
Oops, the
I'm
gold
not
ring
seeing
went into my
any.
pocket.
I'm not seeing
Oops.
any rings.
You don't see my ping?
I saw it now.
Okay. I think it's because I was on the GM layer. But yeah, so that's what you guys find. You have found the door, or not a door, but a secret like a breakaway wall that opens into the other room. And as you push it open a little bit of a crack, the chanting that you've heard before uh, gets a bit louder. You think it's coming from the other side of that wall.
Everyone, I think I found something here.
What?
This wall seems a little fake in this area, and pushing it a little bit, the chanting gets a bit louder. So I think it's from the other side.
Suki grips her spear tighter. Joy.
Did you just say joy?
Perhaps.
So, who's going in first? Or should we take a little rest here because, yeah, we're looking pretty rough.
I'm out of spells for healing at the moment. I don't know about Malachite, but it wouldn't hurt to find a spot to rest, maybe.
I'm pretty tapped.
And you will know this. You know, you haven't exactly lost your sense of time since being in here, even though it does seem that, you know, there is a bit of a void outside. You do kind of figure that you've been in here for several hours now.
I will assent to a rest.
In that case, where do we want to rest? Right in that past room? Back up in one of the rooms in the actual house, or where?
I think we should just rest here.
Make an intelligence check,
Ew.
Cinder.
With the chanting that's going on, I'm not certain.
Cinder,
that's a good
you don't
thing.
think that that would be a good idea at all.
Retract my last statement.
You think that that might be a really bad idea, considering what you can hear coming from the other side. This
Alright.
whole room gives you the creeps.
All right, so do we want to head back to the reliquary and get a quick rest in?
The reliquary will suffice.
All right, let's head back real fast. We'll stick around, have eat something real fast, and then we can head back in. Make sure that we're in fighting shape.
Kaisuke goes back into her meditative stance.
So are we gonna be resting in
Well, how
this
long
room
are you
then,
resting?
or
Because if you're resting long enough for Beryl to get spells back, you need to rest for at least 8 hours.
Oh yeah, for Beryl or Malachi to get spells, that's going to be a while. No, if we
So-
can do HP or we can do Warlock spells, but that's it.
Oh,
So
I
if
need
you're
8 hours for
wanting
spells.
if you're wanting your cleric to have spell slots, you're gonna be resting. You're like sleeping. Is what you're doing.
Mm, we need to do this fast.
Hey, Kaisuke,
Yes,
you still have those 6 good berries on you?
I do.
Just in case you go down, mind handing them. Give everyone 1. Let's say that.
Very well. She does so.
So I have 1 left. Beryl has 1 left. No, I have 2 left because I already had 1 from before. And then everyone else has 1. Kaisuke can still have like 3.
So are we
Okay.
just doing a short break, everyone? So you try to get a little bit of Kaisuke's hit points back, or
Kaisuke doesn't want to eat them yet. It doesn't seem like, but I just want everyone to have the chance to feed a berry to someone in case they go down. Just quick
Well-
healing because it seems like we're spent.
I think he's asking, how long are you going to be resting? Are you resting just to roll hit dice, or are you resting?
I vote
Um,
resting.
I would like to remind you all that Kaisuke is currently full of holes.
Well,
Of her own fault.
it's hard. I don't think that we're going to be able to stay down here for the next 6-7 hours.
You don't have to stay here. You could go back upstairs.
there is
I'm-
a house
this whole
upstairs,
house.
but we can either hurry, but look what hurrying has done to us so far. Look at mainly Kaisuke as proof of that.
Staying in this house longer than we have to does not seem like a good idea. We need to rest, maybe to regain what little health we can to the point that we feel ready, and then go on. But if we stay in this house for 6 to who knows how long, longer than a few hours, then more worse things are going to show up than if we just plow on through.
Agreed.
I'm worried plowing on through will get us all kind of killed.
Well, being
Can
careful hasn't been great for us yet.
is there like an investigation or
look-
some sort of check we could do to try to see if staying and trying to sleep somewhere in the house would potentially be worse, or
I'll say that the intelligence check that Cinder did makes you think that staying down here for a very long period of time would be a bad idea. Staying here for a little bit doesn't seem to be that big of a deal, but it does feel like the longer you stay on this floor, it's like there's more dread that keeps kind of seeping into you.
anything we could do for pondering about staying in the actual house?
I mean, you'd have to go back to the house.
Oh,
It
okay.
appears we are at an impasse, which means she looks over to Paz. The thief has the final vote.
Look, I just want to sleep. Y'all handle it.
I agree that staying here is not the greatest thing to stay for too long, but and you know you've said that going slow and trying to be cautious hasn't worked the best, but as also stated, neither has going quickly. If we are gonna,
Let us try those other stairs we found before, and then make the decision.
I don't know about further investigations either, though. If we're gonna stay and rest, try to get some actual sleep, I think we should at least go up to the upper floors of the actual house and all this dungeon area.
I
They
think
were
Barrel's
stairs
right.
up. The stairs were going up, so they may lead us there regardless.
I vote go up, find a place, and sleep.
Here's
I
Children's
vote-
room will probably be the safest spot in this whole house because we can lock it.
it can be locked. We could be locked inside too if something came up with that one.
I I don't see a door stopping all of us. And we can always just come back down through here.
Either way, if we just try to regain some health and continue on, if anything happens, we're pretty short on healing. That's the biggest thing that I see concerning our situation right now.
Then let's go up the stairs we found. And if they lead back to the first floor, then we may rest and try for another push down here.
Cinder, Malachite, Paz, are you still thinking you want to take shorter or longer here?
I'm thinking just a short rest.
Cinder's vote
I'm
was for a long
long
rest.
upstairs.
Kaz, you need to make a decision.
Didn't Paz earlier say they wanted to sleep a bit?
What's it gonna be, Cat? What's it gonna be?
I am not comfortable leaving an unexplored part at our backs for anything to potentially come out and strike our rear.
I could make a joke right now, but I'm not going to.
Oh, please.
Uh, I suppose, but perhaps a joke might be good to humor us up a bit.
Make a decision, thief.
Oh yes, because the walking tin can that can't hit the broadside of a barn is going to make me think faster.
This
Paz, you
you're
said you were a
barely
bit
standing
tired.
on one leg. Don't threaten.
Paz, you said you were tired yourself, so despite Malachite's objections, I think we should go up, try to find a decent room in the actual house, and take a rest. We can split up watches.
Is that what you guys are doing?
What did Barrel
Yes.
say?
Basically, that despite Malachite's objections, that they should probably go and rest upstairs in the house and do watches.
For longer than an hour?
Yeah.
Metalkite won't be happy about it, but if everyone else is, he's not going to do anything alone.
All right.
Wants to move on quickly, but it appears that they want to sleep, and she's not going to go on alone. So
Okay, so I'm going to assume that you guys are making your way back up the stairs there.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me put you.
Oh, what the?
There we go. All right, so you guys have made your way back up to the basement floor. The stairs that Kaisuke keeps mentioning are here. Yep.
there's also this bit that we didn't look at.
Correct.
Maybe someone other than Kaisuke should take the lead.
I'll be the leader.
All right.
And so we're gonna go straight up or
And as
investigate a
you-
bit.
I'm sorry.
Are we gonna go straight up or investigate this floor a little bit more?
Straight up.
Let's
Are we going towards the stairs or are we going just straight up?
we should check out the last bit before we go upstairs.
You're almost dead. We are going to go straight up the way we came in, and we are going to rest. No arguments. Afterwards, we may, if everyone agrees.
I do like Cinder's
Then one
idea.
of you go look at it.
And as you guys have made your way back upstairs, the chanting, I mean, it's still going on, but it doesn't seem to have gotten louder or anything like that in your absence. So you just hear it the same as you've heard it the entire time you've been in this area.
By the way, was that a dead end or?
Where? Nope. It's another hallway. You just didn't check it. There's another hallway up here as well.
Okay. Kaisuke is going to move to check out the unexplored bits.
That is
Where?
a really bad idea.
Yeah, you
Cinder-
can't stop her. You're not near her.
Cinder,
I mean,
your sister is
First
going
day,
off on her
Cinder has
own.
to bury her sister.
Apparently
Well,
nobody
at
else
least
is
we're in a
going to,
crypt.
so-
We'll toss her in with the kids.
Cinder, your
I mean,
sister's going off on her
move
own.
wherever you're moving.
All right. Well, she'll check out this one first.
Okay. Okay.
But she's tapping the whole way with her spear as she goes. By the way, to make
And
sure they're
Cinder saying every curses she can imagine following.
Okay. That way, there is actually a physical door there. There's a wooden door in front of you.
Can I poke it open with my spear?
Is that what you're going to do?
From the entire square away, I'm going to try to poke it open.
I can. If
Okay.
it's not locked, I can open it myself.
No. Kaisuke poked it with her spear.
I could have at least thaumaturgy
And
it
as
open.
No. There is an order of operations. I asked if that was what he wanted to do, and that's what he wanted to do. Kaisuke pokes the door with her spear, and when she does, teeth appear on the door, and it bites the spear, and the door
See?
attacks.
Isn't it better that I stood an entire square away?
Isn't
I
it
mean,
bad
yes.
that you're in the lead with 0 health?
It didn't bite you, but you are going to have to roll initiative because you have just woken up a mimic door.
I could have at least found that out from 30 feet distance.
You could have, but there's an order to it. Like Kaisuke was there poking at the door. Like you can't go ahead of that.
Kaisuke, this is why I wanted someone other than you to take the lead at least.
I've got to
Okay.
find the mimic.
Sword, if Kaisuke dies, this is all on you.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not like it can move, can it? It's on hinges.
I
That's
don't know what a mimic
can
do
do
in this
before.
game.
Anything.
That doesn't apply.
After playing Dark Souls, anything mimic scares the shit out of me.
There's mimics can be evil in some games.
And some have really long limbs and will chase you.
Oh, that looks evil. No, it looks like an alien.
Now I've got- All right, so go ahead and roll initiative. It's not going to get a surprise round or anything because you were standing away from it far enough that it wasn't like going to be able to reach out and grab you. But
We rolled.
Yeah, we rolled 4 of them already.
You have to click your token and then roll.
We did.
So click your token.
We
The
did.
turn order wasn't up.
You told us to
Aw.
roll,
You
and
can-
we
you can-
rolled.
Oh, come on.
Yes, I put your other. You can click on your initiative and change it. Change it to what the first roll was. I'm just saying you have to roll to get it on the order. So you can
15-15.
change it to what your first one was. That's
Well,
fine.
I got the same exact roll apparently, so
There you go. And then I've got to roll for the mimic.
Look, it's better to deal with it now than to have it surprise us when we're sleeping.
or better to get the Kaisuke killed now, so we don't have to deal with the death later.
It's a door mimic. I don't see it wandering around a dungeon. That kind of ruins the point of being a mimic.
I mean, the point of it being a mimic is that it's it stays there. But she did wake it up, so now it would probably wander. Okay, so at the top of the round, it is Beryl. Kaisuke woke the door up. It's angry.
I'm assuming with the tight hallways, there's no way I can shove Kaisuke out of the way and take the front point, at least.
You can't shove her out of the way. I mean, you can still attack if you've got ranged attacks.
I do, I just don't think Kaisuke being right in the front lines is a smart idea.
I mean, Keisuke wouldn't resist if she tried to switch positions.
Oh, for fucking
I mean,
crying out
if
loud.
Kaisuke isn't going to resist, I'd say, yeah, you can kind of swap places with her.
Kaisuke, can I take front here?
By all means.
Okay, you guys can swap your tokens. Yeah, here, I'll do that.
And then, considering I have shield and actual health points right now, this is at least a little better. As I try to burn this
Alright.
door.
Yeah, unfortunately, the mimic kind of swings backward into the room a little bit as you unleash a bit of sacred flame at it, and it falls to the ground harmlessly and burns up and disappears.
Wait, it's dead?
It passed.
What the? That was anticlimactic as hell.
Sorry, it passed the dex.
Wow.
Is there anything you want to do for a bonus action? I guess you can't, can you?
I'm just happy the door is burning to death by sacred fire.
No, you missed the door.
Oh. Well, no.
Okay. All right. Cinder, it's your turn.
Kaisuke, swap with me.
I can't hit from 3 spaces.
You're almost dead, and I have finger guns. Move your ass.
Can you not shoot over their heads?
I can also hit you both.
Why would you hit us both instead of hitting the door?
Move your ass, sis.
You only hit if you critically fail.
And that's still too much of a chance with someone almost dead.
I mean, that's fair. You're not wrong. I'm just saying it's not like an automatic hit.
Keisuke is going to resist on this one because she wants to be able to whack with her
Question,
spear.
can Kaisuke hit it from here? No, because of the corner.
Kaisuke can hit it from there.
Oh, okay, well.
Her spear. Oh, where are you? Sorry. Did you ping? Because I didn't see a ping.
Right below
No.
Kaisuke.
No, she can't hit from there.
Well, then she's going to resist it.
All right, then Kaisuke doesn't move.
It's just shooting past their heads then.
All right, go for it.
Critical failure, I'll laugh.
Just blows off the back of her head. Damn it!
It doesn't look like a
That
critical.
hits. That hits. Roll damage. All right, you again, you've been using everybody to aim lately, so you kind of find the gap in between Beryl and Kaisuke's shoulders there, which is a little difficult because Beryl is actually significantly taller than Kaisuke, but you manage to shoot over both of them and hit the door square in the center and kind of splinter a little bit of it with that blast.
I'd like to think that she shot through your legs.
That would be also hilarious. That does seem like more of a Cinder thing to do.
Yeah, she would. I always imagine Cinder as the smallest of the party.
I think she's
Then there's
5'9",
Paz.
but isn't Beryl like 6 something? Or is
Barrel's
that
5'11".
okay? Never mind. She's not that
Or
much taller.
Malachite's 6'4".
There you go.
Malachite's
So I
a
mean, she's
giant.
taller, but she's not that much taller. Is that all you are going to do, Cinder?
Yes.
You're up, Malachite. There is a bit of fighting going on in the hallway ahead of you.
Can I make it over this without too much trouble?
Yeah, I'd say. Are you jumping it? Or are you like you're just kind of hopping over as you go on?
Is there any space around it, or is it just completely
I mean,
fallen out?
it's kind of completely. I would say you're gonna have to make like an acrobatics or an athletics check to hop it. I mean, because it is 5 feet across.
Can I remember what's down below?
Spikes.
Mm.
It's a 10-foot drop to spikes.
You
I
can look
mean,
at Kaisuke and
if he's
see all the
having trouble
holes.
remembering, he can look directly across the
at
who
the
still
samurai
has
that's
the
filled
holes.
with holes. Yep.
Who still wants to charge into battle?
She is a samurai. She's not, you know.
There's a reason samurais didn't exist for that long.
All right, guys, it's Malachite's turn.
I don't. I'm not gonna bother trying to make a check to jump. I'm just gonna. Malachite's gonna go across there and spend all of his movement.
Okay.
And not take any other action.
All right. That means it is the mimic's turn. Let's see. I have to see what the mimic can do. Okay. Yeah, so the mimic, it sees Beryl has tried to throw a bit of sacred flame at it, and it's taken a blast from Cinder. I mean, it doesn't like that it's been woken up, so it's going to kind of scrabble forward and try to bite at Beryl in front of it. And it misses completely. It rolled an 8. Yeah, it swings past you, Beryl, tries to take a nice bite into your arm there, just can't seem to make purchase. That ends the mimic's turn. It is now Kaisuke's turn.
Okay. Kaisuke is going to lift her Naginata up and swing it over Barrel's shoulder to attack the thing. And as she does so, she seems to be have a more vigor than she did before as she uses her second wind.
Okay. I don't know what second wind does. Let me check her character
That's
sheet.
the full round of actions again.
Okay,
No, wait.
so
Second wind is the is
Second
healing.
wind's a bonus action, and it's healing.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
the 1d. Okay, so roll that. Wow.
Well, it wasn't much, but
It was something. That is true. You're right.
There was 3 points of health that she needed.
That she didn't have. You're correct.
and the moment I try to do that, I get kicked out.
That's okay. I'll add those points to your.
All right, thank you. On my way back in.
And you were just going to swing at it with your Naginata?
I'm going to swing at it.
Okay. I can roll that for you as well, if you'd like.
I'm getting in right now, so I'd
Okay,
prefer
I'll
to
wait
try
for
to
you.
roll it myself. Roll 20 would stop hating me.
Never.
And it had been so stable until now.
It's because you're doing something now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. In, bringing up the sheet.
Yeah, that fucking hits. Go ahead and roll
Woo!
damage.
Finally!
It's a good, good 21 there.
Static.
Woo, good damage too. Yeah, so
It is a
you've kind of been spurred on by the failures that you've had since you've been in this house, and you're desperate not to continue repeating them. You kind of, it's actually pretty cool. You do this little bit of a flourish with your naginata as you've gotten your second wind in you, and you swing around barrel there and slash right into the middle of this door where Cinder hit it before, and you make a pretty good gouge in the middle of it.
yay!
She hit. She did a thing.
That's my turn.
All right. That means it is Paz's turn. Paz, you see some fighting going on in the hallway. Malachite has run off to your right as well.
Well, Paz hears all this fighting and sees it and is completely uninterested.
You just chilling.
Oh no, he's gonna head back to the statue in that staircase over there on the right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Move your token then wherever you're gonna be. Are you dashing or what are you doing?
Just
Yeah, you're
walking.
just gonna move. All right. He's chilling.
He's doing the cat thing.
That's fair.
Hello, Paz.
All right. Well, if that's all you're doing, do you wanna ready an action? What are you doing?
No, he knows the rest of this way is actually safe because he's been this way before.
Alright.
And he is just completely done with everyone's crap.
Fair enough. All right. Beryl, it is your turn. The door tried to swing at you and did about as well as your sacred flame did to it. Ooh,
Just
very
trying
nice.
again.
Get that. Look at you rolling that full 8 damage. Let's see if he can save. Yeah, the door swings again right out of the way. Their sacred flame again spills across the floor and kind of burns up. You've made a very big char mark on the floor in front of you, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem that you can land it on the door itself.
This is one dexterous door.
It's really not, but it's rolling really high on its dex saves. It rolled a natural 20 last time. Anything else you want to do?
And that's basically all I have.
That's all right.
At
You'll
least until
hit
someone
it.
dies, I need to force feed them a berry.
Shove it down their throat. All right, Cinder, you're up.
Gonna repeat what she did before. Just, I guess she's laying between everyone's legs and shooting.
Currently,
Go for
Beryl will
it.
not complain about that, as long as she doesn't hit Beryl.
That hits. Roll damage. Yeah.
Cinder ends up.
You guys feel this like another wave of like force energy like go right between both of your legs and pass and slam into the door. You guys keep hitting it at this same spot here where its teeth seem to be, and it takes all of that force damage.
Beryl, while I'm doing this, you should wear a dress.
Malachite, you're up.
Just gonna move the rest this way. Can he even see the thing?
I mean, you can't see it like you can see kind of like a bit of movement going on up ahead, and judging by the fact that all 3 of the girls are throwing attacks in this direction, you get the good sense that there's something right there in front of them. So I mean, you're not going to be at disadvantage or anything if you're shooting. Like you have a pretty good idea of where the thing is, judging on what they've been doing.
Can I try and do poison spray in such a way that it arcs over everyone and hits the thing?
Oh god. I worry
That doesn't
about this
sound like
one.
it would work.
Well, I'd say that since you figured out a way to do it last time, I'm not gonna make you roll a check for that. I'd say you could probably kind of do it up on this, like put your hand out up on the side there and kind of make it go past them. You probably could tell them to duck out of the way too. Press
Just-
themselves up against the wall and be fine.
Just suddenly, everyone duck!
I'm already in the floor.
Okay, DC 12. Yeah, you spray your it's not a very thick wave of poison. Maybe you kind of hesitate a little bit at the last minute because you're thinking, man, can I really arc it past all of these girls? But you do, and you manage to hit the door with it. But unfortunately, it seems to kind of grit its weird wooden teeth and bear through it, and it seems to shrug off your spray. Not because it's immune, but because it managed to find something a bit uh, within itself to not be affected by it.
You stained it.
You put a nice stain on the door. Anything else you want to do, Malachite?
Not really.
All right, it is the door's turn, and it's not very smart. Once again, it's just going to go ahead and try and bite Beryl. And once again, it misses. So this duel between Beryl and the door is going 2 for 2. They can't seem to land anything on each other.
That is fine
So I guess
by
that's
me.
good. Yeah, I was gonna say, at least I'm sure you're not sad about that, Beryl. Kaisuke, you're up. No, unfortunately, the second swing that you make, you guys are doing this weird dance now. The spray that Malachite's put in the hallway there has made it a little slippery, and you just can't seem to hit it the second time you lunge for it.
The first one got my hopes up.
It did. It made you really excited.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, well, whatever.
All right, Paz. Are you still heading towards the orb of your dreams?
Yes, because everyone else are idiots.
Cinder
I'm-
loves you at least.
Burrow's just trying to keep
Has-
the idiot alive.
Paz is also a cat. He thinks everyone is an idiot.
Fair enough.
Like,
And that's why Cinder
everyone.
gives them butt scratches.
No.
So where are you heading to, Paz? Are you just going to the statue? What are you doing?
He's probably gonna cruise on over a statue and just stare at it for a bit.
Okay. He's just like there's like a little drool line running down.
No, it's just like, this is a nice statue. It's a really nice orb.
really nice orb.
I
Yeah,
want
Is there a
it.
red
it's still
laser beam
glittering
on it?
too. Do what?
Is there a red laser beam on it or something?
He's a cat. It's shiny.
It
He's
is
also a thief.
shiny.
It's shiny. He's kind of dealing with ×4 weakness here.
Yep, it's shiny. It's still got that weird kind of swirling smoke going on inside of it, but I mean it is where it was when you left it.
Can I do something stupid?
Yes.
I mean that is up to Paz.
I want to poke it.
God damn it,
Okay.
people with poking shit.
Are you just kind of just reaching out and just with one
Just-
finger kind of jabbing
Yeah,
at
just
it?
kind of like, well, just kind of how like you would tap on aquarium glass.
Okay, you do that. You reach out. You kind of tap on it a little bit. It I mean, you don't get like it's not like freezing cold, but you kind of feel a little bit of like a cooler air around it as your hand gets a little bit closer. A little bit of frost kind of sort of like billows off of it a bit in response to the warmth of your hand, but I mean, nothing happens.
Neat.
Neat. Is that all you're gonna do?
I don't know. I'm struggling with my thief instincts and the other instincts of if I take this, I'm probably going to get set upon by skeletons.
You
I
can
mean,
run. You can run fast.
That's all. It's up to Paz. Whatever
I know what
Paz
I'm gonna
wants
do?
to do. What
I'm
you
going
gonna
to
do?
stealth.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you fucking stealth. You're stealthed, man. You are one with the shadows in the room.
Well, since I am one with the shadows, I'm going to take it.
Okay, yeah. You reach out and you put your hands in this orb, and it's not like you can tell kind of by the material that it's made of and the way that the statue is, how it's kind of beaten and a little bit of the paint is peeling off of it. You can tell that they weren't made together. So the orb is not like set in the statue's hand. Like it comes off without uh, uh, any real force you have to make. You hold it in your hands. It does feel very, very cold to the touch. And as you're holding it and looking down at it, the smoke that's swirling around in the orb suddenly starts to turn black, and it swirls around and it billows up, and it's very thick and very shimmery within the orb, and you feel the room around you get very, very, very cold. Like the temperature just suddenly plummets. And in your head, you hear a voice. Um, it's very, it's very distinguished. A very deep voice of a man. You don't recognize it, but he kind of chuckles, and he's doing this in your head, and he's kind of like, foolish boy. You've come
God
to
damn
my
it.
land in search of treasure, of which there is much to find. But I believe you will find much more that you were not looking for. And then the voice kind of dissipates in your head. You don't hear anything and you don't see anything. Make a hmm, what kind of check? What kind of check? Make just a perception check. You feel like you're not alone in this room anymore.
God fucking damn it. You know, I should. It was a trap. Dumb. Bad cat. Bad cat.
I mean, nothing
Fuck it.
attacks you. You don't see anything, but it feels like you're not alone in this room anymore.
He's still going to keep the orb because it's round, it's shiny, and it's treasure.
Sure. I mean, nothing. Again, nothing has happened other than you've heard a voice in your head, and it doesn't feel like you're alone.
He's going to put it in his bag and probably like stealth up the stairs.
Are you dashing up the stairs? Because I think you've probably moved.
No, just like cat creep. No, I used to be like right here.
Okay, so you still got some left, yeah.
I think I've got enough to make it like right here.
So just at the bottom of the stairs there.
Yeah, and just doing the cat creep.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay, bad done.
All right. In that case, Beryl, it's your turn.
This is... Yeah. I guess I'll try the same as always.
All right. Fuck! He rolled a 14. Yeah, it just swings. It swings out of the way again, Beryl. It's kind of gotten this song and dance down by now, and it knows that what you're gonna do.
It's taunting you.
Yeah, it's kind of just like oh, she's about to throw those flames at me again, and it just swings out of the way the second you unleash it out of your hand. Unfortunately, you're not
It
able to
gnashes
connect.
its teeth trying to laugh.
It's a very vast door.
Yeah, I mean it's just rolling really well.
Like, there
No,
can't be
no,
much
Hatsu,
room for
Hatsu.
it to dodge.
Hatsu. It gnashes its teeth trying to laugh.
Probably sounds like wood clicking together, to be honest.
It like shuckles, so that it's like its edge is facing towards us instead of the flat part.
Yeah, that's kind of what it keeps doing. Like it just keeps like swinging out of the way.
Is
All
it
right.
still,
Swing,
it-
bada bada, swing, bada bada, swing!
has it gotten up and gone towards us, or is it attacking us from the hinges?
I mean, it keeps what it does whenever it tries to bite Barrel is it swings back in her direction.
Okay, that's funnier.
Yeah. So it kind of like opens and
still-
shuts. It's not actually attached to the wall. Like it made itself look like it was kind of like what you saw after you attacked it is it kind of like retracted a little bit into itself. So it kind of like expanded to fit the hallway that it was in.
Yeah.
So it's not actually attached to the wall, but it does like it's doing like it's swinging like a door every time it does go in and out. It's pretty funny. Cinder, you're up.
She'll do what she's best at.
Yep, that hits. You kind of aim your blast at the corner of it and chip off a little piece of wood. You hit. Just wasn't a very strong blow this time.
Oh.
But every little bit counts. Is that all you're gonna do?
Ask Mal where Paz has gotten off to.
And speaking of Malachite, it is your turn.
I thought he was right behind me, but I guess not. There we go.
All right, let's see. Woohoo! Yeah, you arc your poison spray with a little bit of a flourish and slam it into the door. This time, you manage to aim it right in its open mouth, and it kind of gags and coughs a little bit, like a little wooden, like, going together. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I can't make that sound with my mouth, but it definitely seems to have been affected by it this time, and it's looking a little bit worse for wear now.
I'm gonna see if I can find Paz, and immediately after that, he's gonna. So that's 10, 20, 30. That's all he can go.
Okay. Sounds good.
Wait, did Paz come into this room, or did he not come in this room at all?
Paz was here last time you saw him.
Gotcha.
And I think you moved up to, what was it, here? So you didn't see exactly what direction he went in.
I was
Yeah.
here. I went
Yeah.
here. Come on now.
You went here, right?
Yeah, like right here. And
Yeah.
then here.
But see, what my point is like when you were here, Malachite was already like
He was
in this
already
other
well out
room.
of sight.
Yeah, he wouldn't have seen you. All right.
Paz just kind of melted away.
And Paz is stealth at the moment, so you can't hear shit.
Yeah.
Like he is one with the shadows at the moment.
I am gone except for the guy in my brain.
All right. The door is going to try to attack Beryl again. And it critically fails. So it's just again, it's this it can't hit Beryl for shit. All
No,
those
no,
bad
Hatsu,
rolls.
Hatsu. I know what happened.
What happened?
It swings to attack Beryl, but then it swings too far and face plants right into the wall.
Yeah, like it just kind of overswings and instead of like going back where it was hiding before, it just kind of opens all the way and just can't seem to get her. It seems like all of Kaisuke's bad rolls have gone into the mimic this week. Oh, there you go. It's your turn, Kaisuke.
Can I just say, I like how Pazov having his own epic adventure, like sneaking into the cult room and having magical voices in his head, and meanwhile everybody else is struggling to kill a door.
I mean,
Anyway.
to be fair, the door is also struggling to kill you.
Yeah, that's about what I expected would happen. Okay.
To be fair, we
Yeah.
didn't have to fight this door.
I mean, that is fair, but again, like I said, it's really having trouble hitting any of you.
If we
Alright,
took
Paz.
like 10 steps back, it would be useless. It would just sit there trying to slap the walls at us.
I mean, it's not attached to the wall. It can move forward. It has little
It's
little stubby
pretending
feet.
to be. It's
It
pretending to
can
be
move.
attached to the wall.
Yeah, it's not stationary. It definitely can move.
It's a method actor.
It's great. All right, Paz, on your wild adventure.
I'm gonna sneak my way up here.
All right, as you do that, you have an attack coming in for you.
Fuck.
Hang on, I gotta get that sheet open. Maybe. No, that's not what I meant to do. Let's see. Okay, and then I gotta do another roll. Hang on. Yeah, so Paz, as you try to walk up the stairs, you feel a very cold, very it's kind of like mist or like the fog that you were in earlier. Like it kind of passes through you as you go through, um, and similar to what Kaisuke felt earlier. Something it's like something reaches in to your chest and kind of claws at your heart, and as it does, you take 12 points of necrotic damage, and your strength ability is reduced by 2.
Ow.
I think that also makes you unconscious.
Yep, just kind of flop.
Yep. And nobody sees this at the moment, but uh,
But being unconscious, I fall out of stealth, I think.
I'm rolling on the stairs.
there is a shadow kind of flickering around in the hall, in the corner where you tried to pass through. And I'll need to roll initiative for that. Fuck.
Well, easy giveaway. The orb probably rolls back down the stairs.
Yeah, I'd say there was probably a bit of a clatter, and you did make a noise when that happened. Let's see. All right, but that will effectively end your turn.
Yep, because I'm out.
And Beryl, you're up. You are probably too far away to hear anything that's going on with Paz. Malachite definitely will have heard something.
Probably a little too distracted, anyways. Well, if it doesn't work the first 3 times, keep trying.
All right.
Keep those high rolls out of the way of the attacks.
So this time, finally, Beryl, you throw your sacred flame forward. You're getting a little bit annoyed now with this stupid door swinging back and forth, laughing as it's doing, and you hit it square in the face where Malachite poured some poison in before, and it just burns and kind of writhes, and it takes all of that sacred radiant damage. You finally
Yay.
hit it.
technically just finally didn't dodge out of the way.
That's true. It finally just it got too comfortable with the stupid thing that it's been doing the whole time that you watched it and you waited a little bit longer and managed to hit it.
Probably the face plant into the wall helped too.
She curveballed it.
Sure did. All right, the shadow is going to do something.
It's going to kill the kitty.
No, it's not going to kill the kitty. What it is going to do. Uh, let's see. I'm trying to think of how to roll this. All right, it's going to do that. And you don't know what it is, and it is Cinder's turn.
That
Oh, no.
sounds ominous.
Well, I'm going good for Cinder, so she ain't going to change nothing.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
She can't fix Kai. That's impossible. But she is definitely broken.
Yep. Yeah, you shoot another well aimed Eldritch blast. You kind of aim it at one of its little stubby hands that it's got kind of curled up in on its arm, curled up in on its side there, and you actually splinter that entirely off of it. It's not looking so hot, or it's definitely looking beaten down at this point. Let's put it that way. Not about to drop, but you've done a lot of damage to it. Malachite, you are up. You definitely heard what you thought was. You heard Paz something. It didn't sound great, and you may have heard a bit of a thunk as the orb sort of rolled down the stairs and landed at the floor.
I'll go right there. Do I see anything obvious?
You don't see anything.
How about there?
You make a perception check.
God.
Nope, you don't see shit.
How is it that like I get amazing on those 2 investigation rolls, in which I have a -1, but the thing I have +2 in?
When you see the orb at the bottom of the stairs, I mean, discounting the 4.
Will he see the orb? I mean, things are pretty dark for Malachite right now. He doesn't really see a whole lot. He'll have to get a little bit closer.
Not there. Not there. There.
Right there. Okay. Yeah. You see an orb, the orb from before. You kind of bump into it with your foot as you walk, and it's still this black smoky color as it lays on the floor, and you sort of see a bit of a flicker out of the corner of your eye, and you do see this shadowy figure in the corner now that you've gotten close enough to it.
This one?
Yeah, the one that's kind of...
Can I look around and see if I see Paz anywhere?
I'm gonna say with that perception, no. You don't see Paz.
Paz, where'd you go? Little shit. I'm gonna go on the defensive just in
Okay.
case, because it seems like Paz did get attacked somehow. So I'm gonna go ahead and just ready an attack for anything that either attacks me or comes near me.
I mean, it is. It does not look friendly. Let's put it that way.
But it's not moving towards me or nothing.
It's not. I mean, at the moment,
Is it looking at me?
it is looking at you. It does
Oh.
know you're there.
Well, I will attack it if it gets near me and or attacks me.
That's fair. All right. It is the Mimic Door's turn. It's going to try again to bite Beryl. And once again, it fucking fails. I just can't hit you, Beryl.
We all know if Kaiska
Barrel,
was up
mimic
here, he'll be
vein.
getting nailed over and over again.
No, it's rolled really shitty. It's actually failed quite a few times. Let's put it that way. It's had a couple of critical fails. So the door's not doing so great. But it is now Kaisuke's turn. Speaking of rolls that aren't so great. No. Yeah, she used to make another swing at it. And you just can't manage to hit it. That first swing, man, it was so fucking sweet, and now you just can't follow up.
Okay.
Paz, I need you to make me a death saving throw.
Do I just click on the thing that says death saves?
Yeah, I think it should be. Yeah, I just click the word death saves. Yep. Yeah. You mark off one success. And Beryl, you're up.
Again? Wow, that was a quick round.
Yeah. A lot of nothing happened. Nothing that you know, anyway. Beryl, once again, you have seemed to kind of catch the rhythm that this door has been using to avoid your attacks, and this time again you managed to douse it in sacred flame, and it burns and screeches a little bit now. It's really starting to look like it's falling apart, and it does take all of that damage. The shadow looks at you, Malachite. It kind of it doesn't look friendly, but it's not moving to attack you. What it does do is reach down for the orb on the ground, and it's starting to float back towards the statue. It does this very slowly,
Okay.
but it's not attacking you at the moment. Cinder, you're up. That hits. Roll me the attack. Yeah. You hook another Eldritch Blast through the window that you found, and again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and you slam another blast right into the door, which is it's if it were on hinges, it would look like it was about to fall right off of them.
Kaisuke, you hit the enemy.
Shut up.
I'm shooting between your legs, for God's sakes.
All right, Malachite, you're up. You're watching this shadow seem to try to put the orb back into place on the statue.
Okay. Just gonna move back right there and call out for Paz. Look around again.
Okay, make another perception check. Yeah, I'll say with that one, it's a little bit better. You don't see him, but you do kind of hear like a bit of labored breathing coming from the top of the stairs.
Paz, is that you? Just wander up the stairs now, ignoring the specter since it seems to be ignoring me.
Yep.
And see Paz, I guess.
Yep, you
on the
see
ground.
Paz on the ground. He doesn't look so great.
I'm gonna feed him one of the berries I have.
All right, Paz, you feel a little bit of energy kind of come back into you, Paz, and your eyes flutter open. You're no longer unconscious. You don't feel super great. You still kind of feel a bit of a chill, and even as you look down at your chest where the hand passed through, there's a little bit of frost kind of still on your clothes, but you are alive and well for
I
now.
am going to kill that son of a bitch.
You also don't
What are you
have your orb.
talking about?
That bastard
What bastard?
took
What are
my
you talking-
shiny.
Look,
Oh
look,
god, this hurts.
yeah, it's probably a good idea that you're not trying to get revenge right now.
I will go back for it. Fuck.
You are going to stay right here for now. First
Yeah,
of
well,
all,
shit.
you went off on your own. And second of all, you kind of just died, almost died. So settle down.
Eh,
Stay, boy, stay.
I am not your pet.
Yeah, but you are boys, and you're. How old are you exactly?
Leave me alone before I push you down the stairs.
While you guys are having your conversation in the stairwell, the mimic door swings again to try and attack Beryl, and this time it's kind of wised up. It's watched what you've been doing, and it's waited for an opening, and this time it swings towards you, and you're kind of caught off guard a little bit by the timing of it since it's been so consistent so far, and it does manage to latch into your arm and bites you, Beryl, and it fucking hurts because um, you feel a little bit of a burning sensation as it bites into you, and you take 5 points of piercing damage and 3 points of acid damage.
It got an 18?
It got a 20.
Fuck.
Yeah, it fucking hit you that time.
So how much damage was
It's not.
that?
It's rolled nowhere near an 18 this entire time, and then finally got a fucking 20.
So how much damage was that?
8 damage total. All right. And it kind of cackles at you a little bit as it pulls back, satisfied that it's been able to hit you. Kaisuke, it is your turn. Yeah, that fucking hits.
Yes.
Roll that damage.
Yes.
Kaisuke, how would you like to fuck up this mimic door?
Kaisuke's spear lashes out over Barrel's shoulders, chopping into the door before spinning around and chopping back, before pulling back and then driving forward and pinning it into the wall, right through its ugly face.
Yeah, you do just that, and
Unfortunately.
it kind of twitches a little bit as you impale it, but it does not move anymore. No more cackling, and you are out of combat.
It was in the middle of laughing when she hit it.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of like gloating over the fact that it managed to finally get Beryl before you fucked it up.
And then Kaisuke's gonna say, doors should stay in their place.
See, sis, I taught you all you knew about hitting things.
Shut up, Cinder.
Kaisuke, be
And as
nice.
it fades, I'm going to go ahead and reveal this area since now you'll kind of be able to walk into it. Do this. All right.
I suppose you want to check out the room though, now that we've opened it up.
Hi.
What?
Yes.
Alright, should we go in or try to find Malachite and Paz wherever they went?
You two hold here. I'll go find them.
Okay, I'll go into the room with Kaisuke then.
Before you get too far, Cinder, Malachite, can you make me a perception check?
I was just about to do an investigation or perception for traps before I went past the door too.
Okay, I'll let you do that as well. Yeah, Malachite, as you're sitting up on the stairs tending to Paz, you noticed when you walked in this room that it was very, very cold. And as you sit there kind of making sure that he's okay, the temperature seems to return to, I mean, it's still a little chilly down here, but it returns to what it was before, and you get the sense that whatever was in the other room has since left it. You roll me an investigation check if you're checking for traps.
Or anything that might, spring up and attack me. Oh, hey, that's not great.
Yeah, you think it's fine. You think that door was all that was there.
Okay, I'll go in.
All right.
Am I dead yet?
No, you're not dead. You're fine. What you do see when you walk in, looks kind of like some sort of dormitory. You kind of go through and you see all of these little. They're kind of like little cells, I guess. They're not like prison cells, but like little mini offshoot rooms, kind of cut into the stone here. Each room has a cot and a locked footlocker at the base of it, and there is also a well at the center of the room. Looks like it would have held water at one point, but has since dried up.
Well, let's not touch or poke, but look at the well of it.
Okay, you look at the well, kind of lean your head over just a little bit. It doesn't seem to be very deep. It's below the house here, so it's not like it would have been able to collect rainwater or anything, but it looks like maybe it was kind of a basin to hold water so that people weren't having to go back and forth up and down the stairs.
Well, I suppose Kaisuke's gonna venture through here now.
Yep. Kaisuke's gonna look around a bit before heading into one of the dorms. First dorm there.
All right. Yep. You see I'd say it's kind of like a hide cot. There's not like a whole lot of cushion or anything on it. Just very bare bones. And then you also see a footlocker here.
She is going to step back and poke the footlocker.
God damn it.
Fair enough. You step back and poke the footlocker. It is a footlocker.
Okay. She
It does not attack you. That's fair. No, that's totally fair.
She steps forward and opens it.
It's locked.
Can I try to hit the lock off?
You can. You can make. Basically, what you'll just do is make an attack with your naginata.
Okay.
And it's not a to hit. It's like roll the attack and then roll the damage roll for me. Yeah, you kind of launch your naginata at it, and you hear this loud pink as your blade hits the. You're kind of trying to aim for the weak spot where it's kind of clasped over the lock, but you can't manage to force it open.
Okay. Well, in that case, she'll go and look into the other rooms as well, but I assume that's going to take time, so.
Yeah, and you guys can do that. Cinder, what are you doing while they're doing that? Are you still wandering?
Trying to find the boys.
Are you calling out?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say right when you get about there, Malachite, you hear Cinder calling out to you.
We're up here.
by Likivitus' frozen tits, what are you doing in here?
Hey, just wait real fast. Is anything moving in there?
Look around.
You can both make perception checks. Yeah, both of you don't sense anything. You don't hear anything. You don't feel anything moving in the room at the moment.
There's nothing down here.
Well, there was something earlier. Come, come on over. Uh, get get over here.
Holy shit, Paz looked like he got the hell beat out of him.
Yeah, something happened. I'm not quite sure, but well, it looks like Paz getting a little bit greedy. He tried to take that crystal ball or whatever it is that was on the statue, and some protective spirit guardian of some sort decided that it didn't like that Paz was stealing from it.
I will get it back. Oh god,
Yeah.
this hurts.
You'll do no such thing. Now,
I'd like
what?
to see you stop me, big guy.
I'll bribe you.
With what?
Pull out the shiny golden ring.
He just kind of stares at it like, okay, maybe.
No crystal. No
Now,
crystal.
now, Paz, why? Why would you try that, knowing all the creepy shit going on right now?
I have faced worse.
I'm just gonna stare him down, like, really?
Also, it's my job and usually how I, eat.
Well, I mean, eating is good, yes, but living is a little bit better.
I have both,
It
so
was shiny.
I know, but let's think with our heads and not with our,
pockets.
well, yeah, there you go. Now,
Because it's just
what?
gonna harumph.
So tell me what exactly happened after you picked up that ball or the gem.
Okay, so I picked up the orb. It was really cold. And then it turned black, and then I was suddenly surrounded by smoke, and then this weird guy started talking to me in my brain. And I didn't much appreciate it. So I tried to walk up here, and then, yeah, you know the rest. Also, why do I taste dirt?
I can't say why you taste dirt, but definitely you were on the ground nearly dead. So
Oh, that's why I must have face planted.
yeah.
Well, we think we found a new room. There might be something to steal in there. Are you feeling up to going to it?
Yeah, I'll come back for that bastard with the orb later.
Okay then. Come along, Paz, and I'll give you the shiny ring when we get there.
Just nobody try and sneeze on me too hard.
Okay,
Paz,
I
make
love
me
how
a
Sword's doing really freaking good against the chests.
Paz, make me a perception check, by the way, while you're sitting there. Now that you're a little more alert.
He knows nothing.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't know anything.
I got
No, it's not. No, you don't. Nothing's wrong, but you don't notice anything around you.
3 8s.
All right, so let's see which one. So you were there.
To be
I'm
fair,
gonna
when
say
they
you went there, and you kind of make a circle around the room.
Yeah.
And you come back to this chest here. Um, or no, wait. Well, I guess it was this second one. So this chest here. My bad.
Okay.
And you again, you're kind of just stabbing your naginata down, trying to find a weak spot, and you do manage to break that lock off of that chest there.
Ooh. Okay. She very, very carefully uses the tip of her spear to pin the lid up so she can
Okay.
look inside.
Yeah, and you do that without any problem. Like, and you're hitting all of these, and they don't move. They don't appear to be mimics like the door was.
They are all footlockers.
They're all footlockers, yes. And inside this footlocker, what you find is a very large, and this footlocker is a bit bigger than the others. I'd say. It's
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of hard for me to illustrate it with the chests and whatnot. But what you actually end up finding in that chest there is a heavy crossbow, and there are 20 bolts of ammo in the chest as well.
Ooh.
Yay, now Kaisuke can actually fight ranged.
You can,
I'll take that.
if
Thank you.
you're proficient in them. I mean, you could still try it. It just, But yeah, you can add that to your inventory. The other chests you try to pry open, but it doesn't seem that you're going to be able to force those open. You might
Okay.
have to enlist the aid of a certain rogue that you have in your party to unlock those. And you also check this one up here as well, and it appears to be open. So that's why you don't have to make another one, because
Okay.
there's nothing there.
So
Is there
nothing's in it?
I mean, it just appears that either whoever had something in it before cleared it out, or they weren't using it, or whatever. But
Okay.
and
What's
yes,
at the
this
top of
is
the
another
steps?
passageway up there. It's another hallway
No door.
that goes this way,
Not the other way.
not the other way. That is the border of the map there. But yeah, that's what you guys find. Malachite, Paz, and Cinder, what are you doing?
Going to go meet them.
What did Paz? Never mind. I probably wouldn't. I wasn't paying attention to
Paz
what
didn't
Paz.
see anything. He's at the top of the stairs. That's why I had him make a perception check. If you would like to go to the top of the stairs, you can also make a perception check.
So Paz, what's going on? So you went face down, planning on going up here. What does this even lead? What's up here?
No idea. I was gonna find out. Maybe find somewhere to take a nap.
Well, okay, come on, let's. And Malachite will join Paz on the top landing. See
All right,
what's up there.
make me a perception check.
It was a
Cinder
heavy
will too.
crossbow, you said?
And I'd say make a perception check with advantage, because Paz has already kind of looked around. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look up, and yes, it was a heavy crossbow.
Thank you.
Sword. You look up, and you kind of see the very, very faint kind of square outline of light up in front of you, kind of like it's like above you, but it's sort of like a bit of an angle. And you kind of, as you reach out to touch, you feel a little bit of wood, and you push it open just a crack, just to kind of peek through. And what you see is the little hunting den on the first floor that you guys saw earlier when you first came into the house. So you found look, it appears to be some kind of trapdoor leading up to the den.
All right.
What is
so,
it?
You remember the game room on the bottom floor?
I didn't go in that one.
Did you not? Yeah, that's right. It was me and Beryl.
Yeah, you guys said something about creepy skeleton fell out and then vanished, and I thought you were fucking nuts. Now I believe you.
Well, yeah, the skeleton was there, and then there was something about the wolf, the stuffed wolves were snarling at me.
Yeah, I believe you.
All right, so do we want to go get the other two and get up there, and we can make a impromptu rest?
Yes, very much yes.
All right, let's go. Cinder, go find your sister and Beryl.
I want to peek down the hall, but I'm scared to.
That's up to you.
Yo, you two not dead yet?
Amazingly, Kaisuke's still alive.
Holy. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. So we found something. We need you two to follow.
There's a few chests in here that Kaisuke was stabbing at earlier. I don't know if she wants to keep poking at them or not first.
There are also stairs.
Well, we
Yes.
found stairs that lead up to the first floor into the game room.
Oh,
Barrel-
with the strange
Mal
animals
mentioned
that
wolves.
seem alive.
Yeah, we found a trap door to it, so we're going to rest in there.
I don't know
There's
about that
also
room,
the
but it
one room-
sounds like a good way to go up.
Very much so.
There's also the one room we haven't looked at yet.
We'll look
There's
at it when we
actually
come
2
in.
areas you haven't looked at yet.
Kaisuke technically doesn't know about the one down here. Only Paz and Malachite would.
That's true. That's true. You are correct.
Oh.
Apparently Paz is grounded.
Come on, my lady.
Kaisuke, you coming?
We need to check this place out.
Yeah, you didn't really say anything. You guys didn't really say anything about Paz's condition. You just said, "Hey, there's the stairs upstairs."
Well,
Come
we
on.
can, after a rest, check that out, or if we're quick, I suppose we could check it right now. But there's only 3 of us, so that might not be good if another mimic appears.
Yeah, Paz got the hell beat out of him, so I'm going to go keep check on him.
Wait, what?
See ya.
Essentially pulling what Paz did in the attic.
There we go.
There's a reason Cinder and Paz will get along.
Kaisuke, maybe we should go and rest, and we can explore the rest of this basement later.
Wait. We should rest after checking. There's only one place. And like I said, if we go to rest and there's something up there and it comes to get us while we're sleeping, that would not be preferable.
Neither is going in
Well-
as just 2 of us.
Wait, are we all together by now?
No.
Okay.
Cinder is making her way back to you. I'd imagine she's probably there by now because she just fucking walked off. But Beryl and Kaisuke are alone.
Kaisuke, you're still in
Besides,
rough
those-
shape. I'm not in great shape either, and the rest are somewhere else. I don't even know where Cinder just ran off to.
These do go up. They could potentially be leading back to the first floor.
Oh.
I'll say they don't go up very far.
was just
It's
about to
kind of
ask.
like these other stairs that you've seen here. It's kind of like it's just a little bit of an incline more than like actual stairs.
Like 1 or 2 little steps to a slightly
Yeah,
higher level.
It's not. Yeah, yeah. It's not like climbing up to a
Mhm.
whole other floor.
But if you insist, then I'll come.
Yes, if we come across another mimic right now without the rest, we'll be in trouble.
Very well, lead the way. Because he's gonna follow her.
And I say you
As-
guys do remember where the stairs were, so you can. I mean, with some effort, you can figure out where they've made their way to.
So basically, bam.
Yeah. And you'll hear the others talking once you get a bit closer. So, you guys heading up to the first floor?
I'd say yes.
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 All right.
Any objections? No? Okay, let's go.
Grab your tokens.
Our JRR tokens.
Yeah, so you guys find yourselves back out here. Let's see. I'm gonna draw a shape here. You kind of end up climbing out of. You actually have to push over one of the wolves on your way up, but you end up climbing out kind of right about here. And you find yourselves back in the den on the first floor.
Holy shit, this place is cool looking.
I don't fully trust those wolves, though.
Want me to burn them?
I'm not certain if that would be a good idea or not.
Well, we can just push it outside the door and shut the door.
If you're so worried about inanimate objects, why don't we simply dismantle them?
You're the one that was stabbing at chests earlier.
Chests? What chests?
Oh, we found a sort of dorm room in the dungeon down there with a bunch of chests.
Thoughts
Baz?
for later.
Here's your ring.
One of these cabinets is actually locked too, if I remember right.
You are correct. I think it was.
I forgot which one it
this
was,
one.
but I
I think
remember
it's
one
this
of them
one.
was
This
locked.
this one had playing cards, and I don't remember who took those. Malachite maybe or Cinder. I can't remember.
Barrow did not take playing cards. And
Well, I don't know if Malachite took them, but I think you opened that.
I don't think Malachi took play card.
Well, there was a set of playing cards, and they were really, really fancy because they had like the lighthouse seal on the back of all of them, and then there were like wine glasses and that sort of thing. But yes, this chest of or set of cabinets here is locked.
Do the cabinets have a glass front, or
These did.
okay.
This one is solid wood.
Well, you know what solves all locked doors?
Fire.
You can hit it with your naginata. All right. Yeah, you swing at the door, and you kind of put more of your blade into the wood than you do the lock, and it doesn't do anything.
Well, it was worth a try.
But yeah, the cabinets are still locked. if
Sis,
they
I'm going to take a nap. If you die, scream loudly. Baz, come over here.
just to be safe,
What?
we should take watches.
I'm going to bed. I want something to snuggle up against.
No.
Mal.
What?
Okay, I'm snuggling you then.
What? Huh?
are you guys going to be taking watches as you're spending your time here in the den?
Barrow thinks they should.
Guess you
Barrel
take
can decide the
watch.
order and wake us up when needed.
How many watches would we need?
I'll say I think typically what it is you to be able to get the benefit of a long rest, you need to have at least 6 hours uninterrupted. And then if you're spending two of them or one or two of them watching, then you're fine. So if at least four of you, uh, break up your shifts and look out that would probably be fine. Or you could do all 5 of you and sleep the extra 10 just to be on the safe side. So, or the whole 10. So it's up to you.
Let's do 4 so we can reduce the time.
All right. Who is going to take watch?
Kaisuke will take a shift.
Okay.
Malachite will go.
Okay.
If Kaisuke's taking a shift, then Paz probably should be the one to rest, because you two are the ones that look the worst at this moment.
Cinder's probably already asleep.
So is it going to go Kaisuke, Malachite, Beryl, and Cinder then?
Probably. Yeah, sounds like it.
I mean, Cinder doesn't have to be planning that she's taking a watch. Somebody, Beryl can just wake her up after her watch is over and then have that happen. All right. So you guys, you kind of find your own little places here in the room to settle down for the night, basically. You Some of you settle into the chairs. Some of you lay down on the big bearskin rug that's spread out across the floor. Really, really soft and plush, by the way. You know, so it's pretty comfortable actually. And the room is, kind of warm, a lot warmer than it was being down in the basement in the dungeon. So you guys do manage to settle in pretty quickly and fall asleep. Kaisuke, you're on watch first. I need you to make me a perception check. Okay, let me see. Hang on one second. Yeah, so you're sitting here at the table, kind of keeping an eye out, an ear out, looking around. You don't seem to notice anything. You don't really hear anything other than the house kind of settling every now and then, kind of creaking, but nothing seems to disturb anybody or try to disturb any of you as you're keeping watch during your 2 hours. And eventually your watch passes very uneventfully, and you go over and you tap Malachite on the shoulder and wake him up for his watch.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Up.
you're just kind of waking him up.
up. Druid.
I've got a name, friend.
I didn't ask it.
Yeah, you don't ask a lot of things that are polite, but what can you do?
It's your shift.
Yeah. Go get some rest.
All right. So
Malachite's gonna take up a seat like she did,
okay.
just to have a view of the whole room.
All right. Yep. And Kaisuke goes and kind of, I guess, kneels down or lays down on the rug over there by Paz and Cinder. Malachite, make me a perception check. Okay, let's see. Yep, like Kaisuke's shift, yours goes fairly uneventfully. You're a little drowsy, especially, you only slept for a couple of hours and then woke right back up. And it's been quite the night that you've spent in this house so far, but you spend your 2 hours fairly uneventfully, and it doesn't seem like anything has approached to disrupt your rest. And at the end of your shift, you go and you wake up Beryl for hers.
Hey,
So-
Barrow,
Yes?
it's time to watch.
Okay.
All right. So Malachite, you settle back in, and Beryl, I need you to make me a perception check.
Holy crap! I get a plus
Okay.
5.
That's how the dice are sometimes. But you take up your seat over here at the table and you settle in, and you keep your eyes and ears out. You don't hear anything necessarily walking towards you guys, or even you even kind of steal a couple of glances over in the corner at the trapdoor just to be certain that nothing's coming up from the basement. Uh, you do, however, hear sort of towards the last 15 minutes of your shift this sudden and very loud shrieking sound coming from elsewhere in the house. You can't place it exactly, but it does sound almost like a woman's shriek. Um, and then it just kind of dissipates into nothing. You don't hear anything after that. You kind of makes you sit up a little bit straighter, looking around. But the rest of your time, the last 15 minutes, even after that, nothing seems to come at you or approach you.
So a loud, quick shriek, like you'd hear in a
Yep.
horror movie.
Yep. And you don't really know from where.
Just not this room or
you
directly
just-
outside of it.
Just not this room. Yes.
Okay, she'll go and double check this door, make sure it's at least closed.
Closed. Yeah.
Yes, is there a lock on it?
Yeah, there's like a little, I mean, it's not like this big padlock or anything, but it does have like a little bit of a latch on it.
Is it a latch I could unlock, or no?
Yeah. I mean, you can unlock it as many times as you want to.
Okay,
To
I
your
just
heart's
didn't want
content.
to lock it and find out I need a key or something to unlock it.
No. It's like a manual one. It's not like yeah, you can do that pretty easily.
Not that it'll probably help in this place, but just to add a little bit of protection, she'll lock that before her shift ends and she goes and wakes up Cinder.
All right, yeah, Cinder, you find yourself being shaken awake by Beryl after sleeping for about 6 hours.
What?
Cinder, it's time for your shift. Your watch.
Oh. Oh, I had to do that? Oh, break.
Yes, you're the last one on shift, so
Okay. Is the fireplace burning?
Nope.
She's gonna make it on fire.
Yeah, you can do that pretty easily. Being a being of fire that you are, and there is still a little bit of actually it actually seems like somebody has put not like since you've been here, but everything else on this floor was pretty clean and meticulous and prepared. There is actually like fresh logs of firewood in there, so it's ready to go and lights up pretty easily as you do that.
by the way, Cinder,
Fire.
just a warning, I blocked the door because about 10-15 minutes ago I heard this loud shriek somewhere in the house.
I wish you were telling me a ghost story.
It might be a ghost story.
Okay, go to bed. I'll watch now.
All
Ooh,
right,
this
roll
spot's
me a
rather
perception
warm.
check, Cinder. Okay. Cinder, you go and you take up the post of watch for the last 2 hours as your companions lay there sleeping. Um, and you listen. You're a bit more aware than the others have been so far because you've had a lot more sleep than they have, and you're kind of a bit more vigilant. And you hear the sounds you expect to hear, like the wind outside, maybe. the creaking of the house as it settles. And kind of towards the end of your shift, what you hear kind of overhead occasionally are the sounds of footsteps, very slow footsteps, kind of clomping across the floor. And it sounds like they're going in a bit of a circle in the room above you. And every now and then they stop, and you listen, and they start up again. Clop, 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 clop. But it doesn't sound like it sounds like they're the floor above you, but it doesn't sound like anybody is approaching the room that you guys are in or anything like that.
That's creepy.
And the rest of your watch continues just as uneventfully as the others have. And at the end of it, you guys all wake up and you have received the benefits of a long rest. So you are
Yay.
all at full health again. You should have all your spells, all of your shit back together.
Woohoo!
Yeah. You got really fucking lucky, is all I gotta say. The house was not trying to kill you that hard tonight. So there you go.
Morning, sleeping beauties.
Got all my wild shapes. You know what? I didn't even use my spirit totem.
Kashugi gives a few practice swings in the air.
Cinder hasn't used anything above cantrip, so
Oh, and Paz, your strength, you see, it feels like it's gone back to normal as you've slept. Whatever that spirit did to you seems to have worn off as you've been able to sleep all night.
Good, now I'm gonna go pick a fight.
please don't. We have someone above us.
Wait, what?
Who?
There's been someone walking around upstairs the whole time you guys were sleeping.
Well, that's troubling.
They were just walking in a circle. Every so often they would stop, then they would keep going. It was kind of weird, but they never did anything or even moved.
Doesn't matter. We move on. We go back down. We check. We scout the areas we didn't look at before. And we
Sure you don't
slay
want to stab the
whatever's-
doorway before we leave?
That
That's the doorway.
that reminds me. I
Yeah,
locked the door.
you stab your you stab your Naginata right through the center of the door, and unlike the front door, which you tried to beat down so relentlessly, your Naginata goes right through the wood of this door.
There.
You know, there's nothing sacred to you, is there?
She worshipped neither god nor devil.
That was a fine, handcrafted mahogany door, and you just had to put your Naginata right through it, didn't you?
Mahogany.
Losing my shit.
We move.
We could have just unlocked
Now.
the door if you wanted to open it.
Well, we have a
No,
lock.
that doesn't involve destroying something very pricey and nice and, good for one's life.
Cinder will just
assuming-
pat Paz
yeah.
and says like, "It's my sister, trust me. There's nothing you can say that will win any argument.
Yeah, I kind of gathered she's about as thick as her armor.
I'm happy I got exiled when I did. I got common sense."
You were
Kashugi
exiled?
turns to stomp down the stairs.
Okay. Are you guys following her?
Yeah. Yeah, I was exiled. They kicked me out because my mom was a harlot.
Oh, but you're just a barrel of laughs.
Yeah, I laugh a lot and have a ton of fun. Word of warning, don't sleep with a genie if you're a lord's wife. Doesn't end well for the child.
Yeah, I'm good.
Then I met Izzy, and life has been going up since.
Is he?
My devil.
My devil.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, whatever.
She's
I'm
cute
gonna
and
go
she
back
likes
and try and
kisses.
find.
All right, you guys find yourselves back in the basement. The chanting is still happening, but it's not.
Do
It's
these
not gotten any
sleep?
louder or quieter. It's just fucking happening. What did you say?
These people ever sleep?
I doubt there's even people in this place.
Fair point.
Cinder's possibly correct.
So, left or right, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, I know there's one hallway that I haven't seen yet, and I'm gonna pick a fight later.
Let's avoid
Yeah, Paz, by
fighting.
the way, as you walk back into this room, you see the orb where it was before, glow, and it's like got the white swirling smoke in it, and it's been placed back into the hand of the statue.
Pez is just gonna kind of glare at and do the "I'm watching you" thing.
Are we going left? Or are we going right?
We're going to the places we haven't checked out before.
I heard chests.
You're actually not going anywhere because your tokens aren't moving.
Yes,
Okay, then, I'll
the
pick.
chests are this way.
I keep getting kicked out, so.
Does Cinder know about the room down
Where
there?
is Kaisuke going to go?
Katsuki's gonna go back to the dormitories.
Okay.
Does Cinder even know about
Has
this
my-
one down here?
I mean, I would say technically no, but I imagine that you guys have talked about it since you've been, having your long run. I'm not going to worry about that too much.
Pez is gonna follow Kaisuke because he wants at the chests.
Okay. Paz can totally follow Kaisuke.
First rule, don't split the party.
Alright, Malachite,
We
they're
like to
splitting up.
separate.
Who do you want to follow? Malachite, you can go with Kaisuke this time. I'll follow Cinder.
Where are we going?
I guess Cinder wants to check something out down here, and Kaisuke's going to some dormitories right through that mimic door we fought at yesterday.
Why are they going that way? Why are we separating?
I don't know, they already ran off, so we should at
Oh.
least stay somewhat grouped.
Cinder will yell back, if I get in trouble, I'm yelling and running for you all.
This is why I need to lead the way, because otherwise everyone just runs off on their own.
Whoops.
What the hell? I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
Be afraid. I am too.
Why is the floor turning white?
I didn't mean
What? What
that.
just happened?
Sorry. I didn't mean to take part of the map away. My bad. I
The
was
floor
trying to
turned
remove that
white
little line.
right next to us.
You're good.
No,
While you guys are heading to that room down there, Paz, I'm not even gonna make you make checks. You're gonna be able to get all of the locks of these chests off. I'm going to say, just for the sake of brevity, that you do that. It's just going to take a little bit of time, but I will tell you what you find in them. In this chest below you here, you find there are actually two crossbows in this one. One is a hand crossbow, one is a light crossbow, and there is ammunition for each of them, 20 bolts each. In this chest here, you find 3 moss agate stones, each in a folded piece of black cloth. And then in this one, you find a black leather eye patch that's got a carnelian sewn into it.
Neat.
This one here, Kaisuke already broke open and has the contents of, and this one is empty.
Neat.
So is there a door down here?
Yeah, sorry, I was typing that out so that you could have a list of it. There's not a. It's not a. There's a door, but it's kind of open. You can make an investigation check if you would like to discern whether or not is it a type of door that will attack you. Yeah, Cinder, that looks like a door.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Please no more breaking mahogany doors.
Are you walking through the door?
I was gonna have
Wait,
her
wait.
shoot it just to be safe.
Okay. Are you gonna shoot it with something, bro?
I'm checking my something here. How open is this door? Like cracked open or open open?
I mean, it's like maybe halfway open. It's still, I mean, it's too dark for you to see beyond it because that's just the nature of how this dungeon is, but
Well, let's open it all the way.
yeah, you cast thaumaturgy and the door slams into the wall of the room inside. It's not a mimic. Or it doesn't have any reaction to you doing that anyway. I'll put it that way.
That was amazing.
Yeah, so in the future we don't have to randomly stab at things.
I never was a stabber anyway. I'm more of a shooter.
Oh, another chest.
Okay.
And a fancy
see.
bed.
Let's see what room this is. I forgot. Fuck.
Barrel.
It's a fancy
Malachi,
bedroom.
You want to help me break in the bed? Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
We just slept together and nothing happened, so
I know you made me say no.
Yeah, so you guys walk into this room. It it's not like the nicest room in the world, considering it is like everything else, kind of cut out of stone. But there is sort of like a big master bed that's in the center of it, and then you look around a little bit and you see um, there's a wardrobe that's got a couple of the black robes in it that you've seen elsewhere on the skeletons and things like that. You also see above the bed there. There's another picture of the Lord and Lady. It's kind of old though. Like the paint on this one is sort of chipping, and it's done in such a way that like it kind of looks like their faces are a bit deformed. It's not a very pretty sight to look at. You also see that um, there's a crate in the other corner of the room that has not the chest that you see here. I didn't have time to actually put a crate in the room, so it's not this. But let's just say for the sake of it, there's another crate kind of over here in the corner. And what you see in there is it's like a stack of torches, like a whole mess of like grab your torch and pitchfork kind of situation. Like probably about 30 torches stacked up in this chest, this crate, and they're also like kind of like ritual candles sitting around in the bottom of it as well.
oh sweet, Barrow's gonna take those candles and torches.
Okay.
Especially the
You
candles.
have Well, I'll say you can grab all of them, but like 30 torches, you might want to kind of pass out around. Maybe pass some of those to Cinder.
Well, yes,
'Cause,
but how many candles was there in?
I'd say, let's say you've got maybe like 15 candles out of that. 15 candles. Just one short.
What you find in there?
Some candles and a bunch of torches. Actually, a lot of torches if you and Cinder want to take some.
Definitely. I always need some extra light.
And then this here is another wooden footlocker that appears to be locked.
Can Malachi try and bust the lock?
Sure.
All right. Step back a sec.
Gibbs, what's in it?
Malachite's gonna take the. He's just gonna take like the broad side of it, or like just the edge of his shield, and just try and bash the lock off.
Okay, just make me Uh,
Just a straight strength or athletic?
yeah, just make me a strength check on that. Yeah, Malachite, this lock is old and rusted. It doesn't look like it was going to be that difficult to break, but you just miss it entirely. Like you kind of embed the little pointed part of your shield or the little edge of your shield into the top of the wood, and you miss the lock entirely.
God. Come on, bring it out. Can I pull it out?
Yeah, you can
Would
do
you-
it again if you
Just
want
try.
to. Yeah.
You want me to do it, Muscles?
Nah, this time he pulls his shield back up, and even with that roll, he manages to bring it down onto the lock, and it snaps off. It's pretty old, pretty rusted.
All right, what's in here?
All right, you open the footlocker, and I'll type this up for you guys as well because it's a little bit of a list. But what you find inside are 4 potions of healing. There is a chain shirt, a mesk kit, a flask of alchemist's fire, a bullseye lantern, a set of thieves' tools, and it also
Yay.
appears as though there is another scroll in here.
That was a list. Ah,
It's a
voice
lot, yeah.
modulator.
I'll
That
type
was
it
a
up.
list.
I think I want the fire.
I've got most of it.
I'll take the scroll, and next time we rest, I'll try to identify and see what it is exactly.
I mean, you can just spend a moment here now, if you want to, Beryl. Make me a Arcana or Religion check, whichever.
Can Cinder help? She has Arcana.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll say you have. Well, I'll say you've got advantage because Cinder's like peering over your shoulder, trying to mouth.
I had it. I have proficiency in it, so I was going to offer assistance.
Well, no, you don't have to roll. I'll just say that she had advantage on it, and it's not that it's not that high of a DC because the 11 will do it. Beryl, you kind of take a look at it, and it's actually a spell that you're not personally familiar with because you've not been out and about with your cleric training yet. So, but it's kind of like a bread and butter spell for clerics. You recognize that this is a revivify scroll.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna need that.
This
So we had the chain shirt, the alchemist fire, thieves' tools, the revivify scroll, 4 healing potions. These 4 basic healing potions,
Yes, basic.
and then I thought there was like 1 or 2 other things I missed.
That sounds like it all.
Should be it, I think.
I missed the mess kit and the bullseye lantern.
Yep, but that is what is in the chest and what you have taken.
Woo.
So
Okay.
you can divvy that up if you want to, or one of you can just hold it for now. That's fine.
I'll hold the fire, the shirt, the mess kit, the thieves kit, and the lantern.
Such a gentleman.
And then we can pass out those healing potions to whoever's squishy enough.
Sis is really bad.
I mean, granted, yes, but she's got armor to hopefully protect her.
Hasn't helped her yet.
Yeah.
Okay then.
So
While you guys are
Is this everything?
passing stuff out amongst each other, the three of you can make me perception checks.
worry.
Yeah, Malachite, you don't know shit. You're busy kind of like going through the process of like, okay, you hold this and you hold that, and so you're kind of more focused on the task at hand. Beryl and Cinder, you guys get the distinct, like it's like that prickling at the back of your neck. You get this distinct feeling that you're being watched.
Cinder, or Malachite, do you feel anything?
No, not really.
I'm just gonna point towards the door. Go, 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 go.
Let's just.
Before you guys go anywhere, Paz and Kaisuke, what are you guys doing up here?
Cassie is gonna check out the landing up here.
Okay. Uh, just so we let's see. All right. What you find at first is pretty uneventful. You see another table, kind of like a meeting area that you've kind of like the one that's been down here. Here sort of looks like another area like that. You kind of peer into the hallway off to the right, and it looks like it just joins back up with the other tunnels that you've been around as well. To the south of you, when you peer in here, oops. It seems to be kind of more of a dormitory, another dormitory space, just a little bit more cramped. Maybe for some lesser members of the cult.
No chests either.
Nah, they're not fancy enough to have chests in that area there.
Alright, well. Just gonna come back out.
Okay.
It's clear.
Alright. Are you
All
guys
I need
heading
to hear-
anywhere in particular?
Probably rejoin the others.
Yep.
Okay, you can start kind of making your way back there. I'll kind of stop you halfway, but what are the other three of you doing? I'd say about when you get into this room here, Paz, is where you can stop. You guys can put yourselves anywhere in that room.
Before we continue on, I kind of want to just double check who was taking what. I kind of listed what Bear was grabbing, but.
I said that he has the Alchemist Fire, the Chain Shirt, the Mess Kit, the Thieves Kit, and he has the Bullseye Lantern. He's just carrying that.
So he took pretty much everything.
But the healing potions and the scroll.
Cinder, grab the potions and let's try to move on here.
Okay.
All right, let's go, guys.
All right, stop. Malachite.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah. So as you pass through this space there, you don't see anything. In fact, I think Cinder will probably be the only one that sees anything at all. But you hear behind you as you've passed through the space, like these just two sounds of like maybe like a door or like a panel sliding open with like a thunk, and it happens like one after the other, just like thump thump. And Cinder, what you will see, I've got to figure out where no, Cinder, you're maybe, yeah, you're still in the corner. Let's see. Fuck, what layer am I on?
I just hope I don't get possessed again.
Hope Cinder doesn't die.
All right. What you see in two spaces are a
Oh
couple
no.
of
Oh no.
they're these
Oh, no.
really nasty looking creatures, kind of sort of poke their heads out of the two walls there. They make me a history, like roll me a history check real quick. Well, good thing you're not there, Malachite. You don't actually.
Oh, the
see
other
this.
ones. The other
Yeah.
ones.
I'd say yeah, Beryl. You could probably roll one too.
Woo, go +1.
Yeah, Beryl, you're not really getting a good glimpse of them from where you're standing, but Cinder, you look at these creatures and you know, they're kind of something. They fall into a category of creature that you hear about in almost every culture of, you know, bodies kind of pulling themselves up from their graves and you know, walking again. They definitely have the appearance of being undead. Their skin is kind of rotting away a little bit, and their jaws sort of hang free from their mouths, from their faces a little bit, like kind of resting on their chests as they kind of peek out at you, and they make kind of these little like shuddery groans as they do. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative once I get the order up.
So, zombies, basically.
I mean, Cinder gets the sense that they are undead of some variety.
Can I roll initiative now?
Yes, you can. Okay, have you all rolled? Looks like it. I'm going to have them go on the same turn because I'm lazy as fuck. Wow, that's pretty shitty. That's good for you, though. All right, so at the top of the round, we have Malachite. You don't see anything. You may hear the kind of weird groaning sounds that are happening behind you, and you heard the two door panel type things kind of slide open. Maybe Cinder made a bit of a noise as she saw them, but you get the feeling that there might be something in the room that you just left.
What happened? And he'll go ahead and turn around and, I guess, see what he sees. Maybe. Does he see what he sees?
Where is he? He didn't move anywhere.
Malachi? I mean, he's right there. I mean, can he not
I
see
mean,
back in?
it's pretty dark. I mean, you can see. I mean, you might be able to make out. I'd say, let's see,
Did I not
this
have?
one here. You don't have dark vision or anything down here. Remember?
Oh, that's right. No one does, right?
No one does. Yep. So
Okay.
it's pretty hard to see too much in front of you.
Barrel, what was that?
Um,
And he's just gonna try
how
and.
much would Beryl be able to see from her 5 feet extra distance?
I mean, you can kind of make out that there are two alcoves in the walls, and there might be something moving in them.
I'm not certain, but it seems some hidden little openings have appeared and there's some creatures inside.
Malachite's just gonna brush past Barrel real fast and.
Yeah, you could definitely, and it's not that once you step over here, it's not that you see something so much as you smell it. Something right here beside you. It smells nasty. It smells like death, decay. I don't know if Malachite's been around something dying before, but it's
Yeah.
got that sickly, sweet, nasty stench coming from the alcove beside you. And you can hear its kind of labored breathing, like coming out of the space beside you.
In that case,
Run.
Cinder's just gonna be like, run, 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 run.
bonus action.
Okay. Yes, you do have those.
Was the door to
Oh,
the
what
left or
happened?
right of Barrow, by the way?
He was to the right of you. He kind of slipped past you.
No, the door. The actual physical door.
I mean, it's I'd say it opened out, not in. So you should be all right.
I'm going to be summoning my bear spirit.
Okay.
So every one of my friends around me gains 7 temporary hit points,
Cool.
and they have advantage on all strength and checks and saving throws.
All right. So you guys, Beryl and Cinder, and I guess that applies to you as well. Yeah. So you guys all get your 7 temporary hit points. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Does an attack count as a strength check?
Does an attack? No.
Totally should, though.
I mean, it would say you'd get advantage on attack if it was an attack, unfortunately.
I know. Gonna go ahead and just carve up this one. Or not.
Yeah, unfortunately, you kind of poke your machete into the alcove there, and you, you hear some squelching, but it's not from your blade hitting whatever is in there, unfortunately.
And he's gonna stay. He's gonna move on to. Well, no, he's not gonna do. Yeah, yeah. Fuck it. He's gonna move right there.
Okay.
How come the turn order's not in order?
It is.
There it goes.
Well, somebody must have changed their initiative after I hit descending.
Well, mine didn't. Mine didn't register. It was still on the previous
That's why
initiative.
then.
So
Okay.
Mine
Alright.
says 19. Mine says Malachite 19, Paz 17, Cinder 13.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Kaisuke was
just
in
hit
front
it.
of barrels for a
Oh.
second, though.
Yeah. All right. Well, if that's all you can do, then Paz, you're up. You have no idea that anything is happening. You're just trying to get back to your friends, wherever the hell they went.
We're just gonna saunter along then, because we have no idea. And he's just gonna head south. I think right there's fine.
All right. Cinder, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Ouch.
ooh.
Yeah, Cinder, you have been standing next to this nasty creature, and it's kind of like an overwhelming smell now that you were right next to it when the little panel slid open, and it it was nasty as fuck when it happened, and you kind of reel a little bit, and you don't feel super great. You are at the moment poisoned.
Crap.
But other than that, you have a weird creature in the alcove next to you. So
Okay, she's going to go across the bed to get away from it.
okay, doing that will trigger an attack of opportunity if you're not disengaging. Because you are within 5 feet of it. It would swing with disadvantage because you're kind of in the corner, but you would get an attack. So that might
Would I still get an
change
action?
your if you don't disengage, yes, you would still get an action. But it'll get an attack if you don't disengage. It will be taking that attack at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll take the attack if it means I can still have an action.
Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, it kind of like puts its head out of the alcove as you try to move away from it, and it tries to bite at you, but fortunately for you, it doesn't manage to land that hit. You manage to kind of get away from it just as its jaws snap into the air behind you. But you do have an action. You can attack, just so that you know. Being poisoned imposes disadvantage on your attack roll.
Okay, then. Going to cast Witch Bolt.
Okay. Witch bolt. What?
That didn't
What? uh, are you cast it from your spells page? That's
Okay, it's
right.
broken.
Let me try. Yeah, that is broken. Let me see. Hang on.
Cool. Aghast. We should probably run like bitches.
I do not object to just running and trying to close the door and locking them in.
What's your spell modifier? Is it charisma?
Yes.
What do you have? What's your modifier?
+2.
Okay, so roll me 1d20 plus 2 times. Okay, all right. So you're at disadvantage. So you fire off a witch bolt towards the ghast, and it misses. Unfortunately, you're a little you're still a little woozy from the smell of it.
Just gonna look at Mal and Barrel if she can hear him. Get out, run, go.
Technically, Cinder can still move, can't she?
She can if she would like to do that. I'm gonna click this and see if I fixed it.
Because, yeah, moving to that
There you
corner was
go.
only 20 feet.
Thank you.
Or 10 feet.
All right. So Cinder has moved. Barrel, you're up.
I agree with what Cinder just said, and if we can just try to run and lock them in. That was partially why I was wondering what side of Barrel the door was at, her left side or her right side when it closes.
I'd say maybe it opened up this way.
So it's on her right, the door would be when it's shut?
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta run, so sorry, bye.
Okay, I'll roll for Cinder. Don't worry.
Well, I suppose she will. Where is it? She can see the. She can kind of see that one, or can't she at all?
I'll say that over the course of like a round of combat, I mean, you've seen your allies fire things and slash at things, so you get the idea of where they are at this point.
Well, she's gonna try to Sacred Flame that one.
Okay, so this one at the top here, or this one. That one.
That one, because the one up on top, she can't really see into that little alcove thing.
Yeah. So you throw a little ball of sacred flame towards the creature in the alcove over there, and it's and it burns its decaying flesh, and it kind of growls a little bit as that happens. But it takes that radiant damage. Can't really move anywhere as it's kind of stuck in this alcove. So
And then she's going to. I mean, she kind of likes the idea of trying to run and seeing if they can just lock them in. And she's gonna back out a bit way, so the doorway's hopefully a little more open for Cinder Malachi to hopefully try to escape.
Okay.
Or if nothing else, at least lock them into the little 5 feet passageway.
Sounds good. All right. Kaisuke, you're up. Like Paz, you have no idea any of this is going on.
Can't hear anything?
No, not from where you are.
Alright, well then 5, 10, 15. Can I move past
You can
Paz?
move past Paz. I mean,
Okay.
it's not like the widest tunnel, but yeah, you mean you guys can kind of. He's small too. You can kind of step aside.
20, 25, 30. There we go.
All right. Now it is their turn. Okay. The one on. I'd say the one at the top. One is gonna attack Malachite. One's gonna attack Cinder. Let's put it that way. Let's go ahead and roll both of those. Wow, and they both are fucking dumb at rolls. They kind of lumber out of these alcoves just a little bit, trying to make swings at you, and neither of them can manage to find any purchase on either of you. They both missed. Malachite, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
All right. You're standing in this corner here between these two nasty, awful, foul-smelling creatures. But you somehow kind of find a bit of a steel will right in the heart of yourself, and you don't let it overcome you. And you're too busy thinking of I got to get the fuck out of this room, and you manage to pull through. The stench does not seem to affect you.
Do I technically have cover from either one of these guys? Being like directly around a corner?
Yeah, I'd say you do. They didn't fucking hit you either way, but yeah, I'd say you do.
Cinder, get out, get out, get out. I'm gonna move that way, away from this one.
Okay. It's going to try to take a swing at you.
Do I still get any the benefit of that cover, or?
Yeah, it's going to be at disadvantage. And even if it wasn't, he fucking can't. Roll a 10 and a 7. It's not hitting you.
And I'm just gonna squanch at this thing.
You're going to squanch at it. Yeah, you try. You try to squanch at it, and you just can't seem to get your machete in there. It's almost like its armor class is 1 point higher than what you rolled.
Well, way to spoil it, Hatsu.
I mean, you know.
That thing's
Sometimes I like to be funny. Yeah,
right.
They do.
Cinder, I think we could back up. Back up. I'm waiting. I'll just wait for Cinder.
I mean, you can move past her if you'd like to. You'll take another opportunity attack, but that might be good if you want to free it up so that Cinder can move freely.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Because that will spend its reaction. Okay.
Go ahead. I'll
And it misses.
oh, I was
Yep.
about to say I'll take
Can't-
this attack. I'll take this attack from a ghoul.
No, it does not manage to hit you either. All right.
Yeah. All right. That's on my turn.
Okay. Paz, you kind of you sort of start to hear the sounds of commotion happening below you, or to your south.
Kitty shall run to the aid. $30. Hello?
Yes, you move 30. And
Yes.
you see your friends standing in this room looking a little bit panicked. You don't see into the room that they came out of, so you don't really know that like what's coming, but they do all look very alert.
She just left.
So are you chilling?
She just left Hatsu.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, well, I'm assuming that Paz is going to chill there until further notice. Cinder, having told everyone to run and seeing that everyone has done so, is also going to make her way out of the room unscathed because Malachite took that attack. And she's going to probably scream, "Close the door, close the door, close the door." So, there you go. Beryl, you're up.
She's gonna close the door.
Okay, yeah, you can do that, no problem. There's not a lock on the outside, so
Close it.
if you're wanting to secure it, you're going to have to find some other way of doing that. There
Hey,
is a
there's
large wooden
table.
table.
Let's shove this
Yes,
table
there is.
into it.
Yeah, and I'd say that with the others helping you, you can definitely do that. No problem. You push the table up against the door.
And then probably wait just to make certain they're not escaping at least anytime soon.
Okay. Would you like to prepare an action?
Can she prepare Sacred Flame?
Yep. Yeah, you can do that.
Then sure, just in case they can break through or open it up.
So we'll say that you're preparing Sacred Flame. If you see something, anything at all, come through the other side of that, you're just gonna blast it with it.
Fuck yes.
All right. Kaisuke, you're up.
So we're gonna hear the fighting now?
Oh yeah, you hear the fighting. You also heard a large. It sounded like something large being like kind of scraping across the stone floor. And if you kind of walk closer to where your companions are, you just see the tail end of Beryl like pushing this table up against the
And
door.
15. She's going to look around, quickly assess the situation, and then rush in to try and hold the table against the door with all her might, and look at the others and scream, "What is it?"
Something that doesn't smell the greatest.
Doesn't smell what?
Yeah, you see Cinder kind of
Maybe-
like gagging a little bit.
Maybe Malachite and Sinner got a better look than I did. But it's something we don't want coming at us. Would Cinder or Malachite add to what it is?
Malachite's not positive what it is, so it's something undead. That's all I know.
Its skin is falling apart.
Yeah, like he doesn't know what it is.
Would
Isuki's gonna hold the door in place with all her strength.
Hold the door. All right. She will try to do that.
I don't know if holding the door is gonna be much use because we can't do that forever. It's either barricade them in or fight them. And I'd prefer not to fight them if we can avoid it.
All right, let's see. Okay, you keep the table pressed up against the door.
Yep.
And for a moment you don't hear anything, and then suddenly there's just this loud slam as whatever is behind the other side of the door just kind of throws all of its weight against it. It doesn't, I mean, it doesn't come flying open or anything like that, but you can feel the table kind of like push back against you a little bit with like a surprising amount of strength. Like whatever just rammed into it is not weak by any means. And on top of that, you can kind of see a bit of it's a bit of a fracture kind of run down the center of the door. You get the sense that it's not going to hold very long.
This barrier of ours will not hold.
I say we just let it go, and as soon as it comes out, we just all take a swing at it. It will have to go down eventually, right?
Well, the door's not gonna hold. I don't think running is gonna be of much help here, so might as well fight
Question.
it.
How big is the table?
Maybe like 8 by 5. I mean, it's large enough for a couple of people to sit around. It's not like
Can Kaisuke can like pick it up, right?
yeah. I mean, Beryl can pick it up, so Kaisuke can pick it up.
Okay.
Not that Beryl's weak, but
yeah.
like your cleric can do it, you can do it.
I mean, it
can't
doesn't
do
matter
it.
right now. It's not Kaisuke's turn, so.
I mean, I'm gonna say for the sake of this, like, you're all going to have a turn at the same time, and
Okay.
you can kind of like if you're gonna hold an action, if you're gonna do something, you can tell me. So like for the sake of this like little planning session, you all have the same initiative, and then they're going to try to break the door down again. So
Okay.
you just kind of tell me what you're gonna do. If you're gonna hold an action, you can hold an action. If you're going to try to like if you're going to throw the table out of the way, you can do that. You know, just let me know.
I have an idea.
Could I? Let me see something. Where is it? Where is it? It just specifies with anything within a certain space. Can I specify the space of this entire room, even if I can't necessarily see it? It doesn't ask for sight. It doesn't ask for anything like that.
I'm gonna say yeah because it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't say that it like is restricted by cover. So yeah, you can definitely cast that.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cast that, and
I'm gonna make 2
it.
dex saves.
Yes.
What's your DC? You should be able to see on your spell page at the top.
12. That doesn't seem right.
What is it?
No, that's right.
Where do you get the?
Level 2.
Where does it get the
Level
spell
two.
save DC from?
Level 2.
It's from your spell casting. It's 10 plus
No,
your spell
no.
casting.
It's 8 plus your proficiency plus your spellcasting,
Right.
which is kind of bullshit.
Which is
just
yeah.
make it 10 plus your proficiency plus your dex. That like why 8?
I imagine it has something to do with the balance, but yeah,
It's balance
silly.
and it's later levels where that
Yeah, that
even
is what it
matters.
is. Okay, so 2 deck saves. Well, they both fail. So yeah, you can't see this, but
I imagine
you'll
that they're
see it.
both glowing.
You imagine that your fire has landed where it needs to land.
All right,
Okay.
guys, they're lit up. You better hit them.
Okay. Kaisuke is going to flip her grip on the table so that it's lengthwise. If you know what I mean?
Okay.
And she's going to back up to here and prepare an action to use the table as a battering ram against whatever comes out the door.
Okay. Um, we'll say just for the sake of like the order of everything that you do that last, because that
Yeah.
like you lifting that from the door is going to like they're gonna get through. So we'll say that that's the last thing in this little initiative bit. Beryl, what are you going to do?
She's gonna, I suppose, if the plan is for Kaisuke to change the table, to act as battering ram at the last moment, get over here so she
Okay.
can be ready to swing at the first one coming out. Or,
Okay. All right.
I guess, ready Sacred Flame, the first one that comes
Okay.
out.
Okay, you can do that. Cinder is going to prepare an Eldritch Blast. Is Alex with us back again?
I'm here.
All right. So, are you going? What are you going to? Basically, are you what action are you going to ready? What are you going to do as soon as they come through the door?
Crossbow bolt.
Okay. Are you proficient in crossbows? I guess you are.
I started with one.
Oh, yeah, you did. You're right. Okay. Yeah. So you kind of level your crossbow at the door. Okay. Uh, are you okay? So Kaisuke, are you going to wait until they break the door down, or are you just going to ram the table into the
Uh,
door?
well, I'm going to step back with
Okay.
the table, and when they come through, whether they just open or break through or whatever, I assume breaking, she's going to ram it forward like a battering ram.
Okay. So let me see if they manage to do that.
So she's no longer
Or
pressuring the
let me
door.
see how they manage to do that because they're going to break through. But let me see. All right. Make me an athletics check. Okay. All right. So you guys are all waiting for these creatures to kind of break through. Um there's a bit of tension in the rooms. You kind of all hold your breath, and as Kaisuke takes the table away from the door, um they sort of like they throw their weight through it, and you guys see the first one kind of peek its face through the fracture that it's just made. um Paz, Beryl, and Cinder, y'all can throw your attacks now. Go ahead and roll for attack. You all have advantage because of the fairy fire. I'll roll for Cinder. Right, that definitely hits. Yep. Okay, and then let me see. I'm going to say that the Sacred Flame is like they automatically are going to fail that, just because then that one didn't fucking see it coming. Uh, so that deck save would be at disadvantage anyway. Where's Eldritch Blast?
Your Cinder, remember?
I know, I've tried.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to roll that as the guest, but there you go.
Wow, the gas is shooting spells at us now.
All right, so you guys just like you just like unleash this like these attacks, all in the first stupid, unfortunate creature to walk through the door. Um, there's sacred fire. There's a crossbow bolt that goes right up through its jaw and through its brain, and kind of sticking out the other side now. And Cinder throws another blast its way. And then as that clears, Kaisuke comes charging in with the table to kind of push them back. Um, the the athletics check was more to see like how far you could push them in than anything else. How well you were able to maneuver the table. But I'll say that you still do some damage with that because it's a big fucking table and you're a samurai. So what's like a improvised weapon attack?
I don't know what to bet. D4 usually, but this is a table.
Let's see. Uh, since I'm nice, just roll me a d6 instead. I'll say that it's a little heavier than your other shit, but I mean it's not like you're not ramming them with a sword or anything. You're just kind of just blunt damage.
Banzai!
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
let me see.
Better than no damage.
That's true. All right. So after all of this, you guys have attacked these two, or you really just the one in front. The other one just kind of like lumbering around, trying to push its way out. You've managed to push this one back just a little bit. It's still up, but it's looking rough after that volley of attacks. And I'm going to say that it is now their. Well, no, because their turn was to break through. So we're at the top of the turn order again.
Breakthrough! Breakthrough! So
Malachi, you're up.
they're pushed back.
They're pushed back a little bit, but the door is toast. Like
Is the
it's open now.
table completely in the way?
Well,
table
Kaisuke
is
just
really
kind of
held out.
yeah.
in
Kaisuke's
front of
got it in her
Kaisuke.
arms.
Is Kaisuke just blocking the entire doorway with it?
No, I'll say you can get past her.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Let's just for the sake of like y'all getting to be able to attack them, you ran in and slammed them back, and then kind of pulled the table out of the way.
Yep. She dropped it when after slamming him.
Yeah. All right, that definitely hits. Yep. You charge in with your machete after Kaisuke's pushed them back, and you get a really good hit on this guy's shoulder. Sinks into its kind of nasty flesh, and it's got this huge gash running across it now. It does not look good at all.
And back up, taking the attack.
Okay. Let's see. What's your armor class?
15.
Okay. Unfortunately, even at disadvantage, it hits you with that with a 16.
Alrighty.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Nope.
Whew. Okay. So you do pull back. You do manage to get out of the way, but just as you do, this creature kind of it swings at your back as you go out, just as a last little hurrah. It knows it's going down. It's just doing anything it can to kind of strike out mindlessly at you, and you feel the claws rake across your back and dig into your flesh. You take 11 points of slashing damage, and you are now paralyzed.
So would I still be back there, or?
No, I'd say you managed to get away. You kind of like stumble out of the way.
Gotcha. So I'm just like, Kaisuke has the table there, just I just dodge past it and I just slam into the wall, just like
Yeah.
having difficulty moving. Like, fuck, don't let it touch you. God. Ow. All right.
Let's see. I also need you to make a concentration check.
Is it concentration?
Fairy fire is.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to remember if fairy fire was concentration. Well, here's looking at a. Nope, that's gone.
Yep. And your fairy fire. I was trying to be nice and not make it just go down immediately because I mean you're paralyzed, but you can still kind of hold your concentration.
But
yeah,
I
you
did
guys
take
see
hit.
the glittering kind of like glow that's been outlining these two creatures dissipate as Malachite falls back. Paz, you're up.
Crossbow.
Do a shooty. I'd say you probably want to move kind of behind Kaisuke to get like the best line of shot. Yeah. That hits. Roll the damage. All right, Paz, you line up like it's like the sickest fucking shot too. You line up the shot right like over Kaisuke's shoulder, and it goes right next to where the other bolt hit the other one in the jaw, and you see the ghast in front collapse and fall unmoving. He is dead. Real dead
Yay.
this time.
It's super dead.
Super dead. Cinder is going to hop in the middle here so that she can fire her Eldritch Blast at the other one. And she misses. So I think that's the first time Cinder's missed all night though, so can't be too mad at her. Beryl, you're up.
She's gonna slink past Kaisuke, take the point here, and try to smite this last remaining one. Woo! With high damage! My rolls are back to shit.
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't manage to get out of the way. It kind of takes this bit of flame that licks up across its shoulder and it burns into it. Doesn't do that much damage, but it does hit.
Better be right next to it because I can't hit for more than 5 away.
Oh, are you gonna move out of the way after you throw, Beryl?
Or move forward. Either would work. Okay.
And she'll move forward
Right.
so Kaisuke can get in close and swing, but so Kaisuke won't be right on the line.
All right. Go for it, Kaisuke. See if you can hit this thing. Unfortunately, no. You try to swing at it from around Beryl and you just can't manage to get any grip on it.
Okay.
All right. And then this one doesn't really have many options now that Beryl has cut off its only means of escape. So
Is
it
it really
tries to
escape?
slash at you. Huh?
Is it really trying to escape? Or just kill
I mean,
us?
it's just trying to do what zombies do, which is just attack. And it tries to slash at you with its claws, and it can't manage to do it. You kind of take a step back out of the way of the swing as it does so. Malachite, you're up.
Paralyzed. Can I overcome it or?
You are paralyzed for a minute. So you've got
So
5 more turns of paralysis. You can't move or speak.
you can't even speak. Okay, I'm just gonna.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of just chilling in the corner there, unfortunately.
He's just like his legs are like limply crossed. His arms are at a strange angles, and he's just like kind of like nodding off.
I will say you are paralyzed in probably the safest place you could be paralyzed right now.
Yeah, good thing I got out of
So-
there.
Yeah. Paz, you're up.
No shooty.
Do a shooty. You do a shooty, and you're really glad it's not a critical fail because you'd have poked Cinder right in the back, but you can't manage to hit it. There are a lot of people in front of you now, unfortunately.
What sucks is the other one was a crit.
That does suck, but at least it was a good crit and not a bad crit. Because, yeah, you do have people in front of you. Alright. Cinder. It's gonna just keep doing Eldritch Blast because I can't be bothered. I keep rolling it as the gas too, doesn't matter. She hits. Woo! She hits with some spicy damage too.
That gas is attacking itself. Woo!
Yeah, Cinder lets loose another bolt of Eldritch Blast and smacks this one in the side of the face, and it kind of reels a little bit at the hit. It's looking a lot less good than it was about 5 minutes ago. So
Don't lie, Hatsu. It's Cinder. Probably shooting between her legs and hitting in the crotch.
probably you're right, but you're up. Ooh, nice Sacred Flame. Something about all these dex rolls tonight, though, I don't really know. It kind of like wiggles back into the alcove for just a second, gets out of the way of your Sacred Flame. Can't manage to land it on it, unfortunately.
It's a fucking zombie. How dexterous can it be?
It has 17 dex. It has +3 to dex, actually.
That doesn't make
You rolled a
sense.
19 and a 23.
Its
It
skin is
does
falling
not,
off.
but there you go. It's like one of those crawler zombies, I guess is what you want to call it. Like it's just like one of those really fast wiggly ones, but it's not been able to get out of this room. Kaisuke, you're up.
Well, I'm going to smack it, but I've been kicked out, so if you could.
You want me
I've
to
got-
smack it?
Yes, please. I've not only been kicked out, I've been frozen up, so I'll be back in a second here.
Okay.
Tell me how smacking turns out.
Well, it turns out about how you would expect, which is that you didn't smack it. All right. And then it's going to once again try to slash at Barrel. Barrel, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Is it actually hitting me? Or is it just because it's putrid
yes.
stench?
No, it's definitely hitting you.
What the hell did it roll?
23 and 21.
Why are you critting
Oh, that's
on
good
me?
though. No, I didn't crit, but it rolled really high. Barrel, this thing kind of catches you off guard, sort of slaps you in the shoulder with its claws and just tears across you. You take 10 points of slashing damage, and you feel your body kind of tense up a little bit, but you manage to shake it off. You're not paralyzed like Malachite was.
So how much?
10 points of slashing damage. Malachite is unfortunately still paralyzed. Sorry, there's not a
I'm
whole
good.
lot that
Nope,
can be
you're
done
good. You're
for
good.
ya.
Just go. Keep going.
Paz, you're up.
Try one more time.
Do it. That hits. All right. You land a nice little bolt on in the creature's stomach there, and you're shot rings true. It's still up, not looking so great, but it's not just about to fall over yet either. So Cinder's gonna hit it with Eldritch Blast again. And she smacks it in the other shoulder right as she did before. Takes another hit. It's looking pretty bad now. Beryl, you're up.
Woo! Well, let me guess. So I'll hit this one.
It doesn't hit.
I was about to say,
It's,
surprisingly, how do you want to do this?
no, unfortunately, no. It doesn't hit, and it kind of slithers away into the alcove again to avoid your attack. I think sword is still gone, so I will just try to hit with Kaisuke. It's gonna be upsetting if I kill it while he's gone. Oh my god. No, it didn't kill it, but she does she kind of like lurches forward with the naginata and like slices one of its arms off. It's looking real bad, like you could breathe on it and fall over. But it's gonna get one last hurrah, one last attack on Beryl here. What's your armor class?
18.
Yeah, I need you to make me another Constitution saving throw.
Damn it.
Woo! Good. Getting those Constitution saving throws, and you rolling good on those at least. That's the more important thing. It kind of like swings like in an uppercut this time, and like just stabs its claws into your stomach. You take 14 points of slashing damage. Again, you kind of feel your body tense up as it's trying to find those weak points, trying to find a pressure point to disable you with, but it doesn't manage to do it.
You said 14?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go.
Malachite's still screaming.
Barrel's
went down. Okay, Paz, you're up. Shoot it.
Shooty.
All right, come on, Paz. Yeah, how do you want to do this, Paz?
Skewer through the eyeball.
All right, that sounds good. You line up the shot. You just saw a barrel go down, and in this little moment of heroism that you've got in you, you line up a shot with its eyeball, and you pull the trigger, and it goes just straight through it, and you watch as it slumps to the ground, also unmoving, just like you felled the first one. And you guys are, yeah, that's the path it takes. And you guys are out of combat. Beryl, I need you. Well, nah, I'm not even gonna make you make a death saving throw. Everybody's there. Malachite. Well, no. No, I guess you'd be unparalyzed pretty quickly.
They still have the berries of Malachite still paralyzed.
Yeah, there's still.
Who has those?
Everyone has one, and Malachite has one, and I believe Kaisuke still has 2.
I'd say probably Cinder is more likely to go feed Beryl one than Kaisuke is, so she will do that. And you have 1 point of health.
They last for 24 hours.
All right. Well, you guys did that. I'm gonna say that's where we're gonna call it, because I think we're about 30 minutes over where we usually stop.
Yeah.
And I know some of you have work in the morning. Yeah.
Surprisingly, with a blizzard going on, school's still going on at my place.
Oh wow.
The school that I live next to is closed, but I work at the next town over, so they're like, fuck blizzards.
But yeah, you guys did pretty good actually. Shit could have really gone sideways when Paz took that orb. But it didn't. So that's good.
He still wants it.
Well, you can die later, Paz.
Let's see, what else did you you dodged a bullet on your rest the whole night. That's all I'm gonna say. You got really lucky with that. But other than that, yeah, you guys have just about cleared out this level here. You got some sweet loots, and no one died.
Not for lack of
Question,
trying,
Hatsu.
apparently.
Ow. Eventually, Malachi just unravels himself and stands up like, that wasn't comfortable. Ow.
Hatsu,
Yes.
is there anything weird about the eye patch?
There was like a stone in it. There's like a jewel.
I thought you said there was 3 mouse agates in a black cloth, and then there was an eye patch.
Yeah, it's a black leather eye patch, and it's got a carnelian in it. It's like a gemstone.
But that's about it.
Yeah. There's nothing like. It's fancy. Like it's not like a hobo's eye patch. Like it's like some noble's eye patch. Like it looks like well made, and it looks like you could sell it for something.
I don't know. Paz might wear it and be like, "Yeah, you should see the other guy." Of course, he's lying,
Good lord.
but that's what he does best.
All right. Well, I think that is where we're gonna leave it, and we'll see if you guys make your way out of the house next week.
Nope, never.
No, I was fully prepared for shit to go down, and things went a lot different. You guys played it a little more smartly this week, I'll say that.
I still want that orb.
It's right there for the taking. It got put right back where you left it.
I will fight all manner of specters for that thing.
Actually, to be fair, Paz left it at the bottom of the steps.
I mean, he doesn't actually know where he left it because he was unconscious.
But they passed the statue,
That's true.
so he knows where it is.
Yeah, he did see it on his way back. So yeah, he's got
He
a
and that
bead on it.
he and that statue have a score to settle.
All right. Well, I'm going to go
Good night.
chill. Yep. I'll see you
Good
guys
night.
later. Bye.